I ain't never switch. I was raised in the lion's den, standing on truth. I don't follow, I inspire men. Loyal to the code, got the wisdom of 1,000. Every move I make for the fam, that's the fountain. Built from the struggle, integrity in my spine. Character solid, you can read between the lines. Talk what I live, they respect me when I speak. Name hold weight in the west, in the east. Lessons from the block got me sharp like a blade. Made it out the fire, but the flame.
1 second, we're gonna bring everybody up in a minute.
Still, I don't shake, I don't run. I'm too much, I'm the moon and the sun.
Everybody know me. Start bringing people up in a minute. Give me a second. I'm gonna.
I be on TikTok, much too much. Always standing on business, much too much.
Let's send out these invites real quick.
When you see me on the street, too much, too much. I be on TikTok, much too much. Always standing on business, much too much. Legacy on my back, I don't bend, I don't fold. Too much to name, but I never do the most. Principles embedded, they don't come with a cost. I took
every loss like a boss never lost.
Talk to the youth like a prophet in the street. Every bar is a jewel, every line is.
Start bringing people up here in a minute. Just go ahead and click that like button, man. Don't come up here without clicking that like button. Let's go.
Everything I built from the ground, that was great. Said I couldn't do it, now I'm living what I said.
I'm too much.
Lead with heart, not just break. Everybody know me. Too much, too much. When you see me on the street, too much, too much.
I'll be on TikTok. Just standing on business.
Everybody know me. Too much, too much. When you see me on the street, too much, too much. I'll be on TikTok. Always standing on business. Much too much. Mirror never lie, I reflect what's divine. Discipline the fuel, got my purpose in line. They imitate the stance, but the soul ain't matching. I do it for the bloodline,
never for the
caption.
Too much, realer than the lives they be living.
I'm the echo of the struggle, still risen. Woke in my thoughts, still humble in my deeds. Planting righteous seeds while the world just feeds. Eyes on the prize, but my mind in the stars. Blueprint in my palms, no facade, no.
Hit that like button, come on.
In the world full of fiction and fronts.
Too much.
I'm the future they want. Everybody know me. Too much, too much. When you see me on the street, too much, too much. I be on TikTok, much, too much. Always standing on business, much, too much.
Yeah, standing tall for the lineage. Always more. All right, hit that like button, y'all, before we get started. Come on, hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all.
Yeah, we stand for us. We build our own from the block to the throne.
Yo, my lineage laced with a syllable switch. Born in the belly with a system glitch where red lines boxed us, but the rhythm ain't paused. We broke through codes like encrypted laws. Got grit in my granddad's Sunday shoes, and a sermon in the scars that my kinfolk bruise. We ain't exiles.
Hit that like button, y'all. Come on.
Every brick they stack.
We about to get started, but I need y'all to hit that like button.
With elections, wait. Whole block spoke in the cadence of faith. Ain't no journey back, we the land's design. Pan black flame in the marrow of time.
Fly with pride where the roots don't roam. Soul in my stride, build a throne from home. March like maroons with the blueprint flame. Pan black posts in the patriot's name. From chain to change, we bend but don't break. We cook from scratch, still flip the plate. Raise our youth with the rebels' truth. Support our own, that's the sound.
Hit that like button, come on.
Tones like a field champ flip from trap house trauma. The scholarship scripts, they They remix pain, but my cadence reclaim. I rhyme with range, both storm and flame. Block party blues in a Section 8 echo. Graffiti gospel in a lunchline stiletto. We fed whole cities from a ration plate. Made feast from
hit the like button, share the live. We about to start chopping up some game here.
The cradle of riots where they count us out. Now we cashing in on that census lie. Paying black pride with a Congress eye.
Fly with pride where the roots don't roam. Soul in my stride, built the throne from home. March like maroons with the blueprint flame. Paying black posts in the patriot's name. From chain to change, we bend but don't break. We cook from scratch, still flip the plate. Raise our youth with the rebels' truth. Support our own, that's the fountain.
Now watch this, I switch pitch like a preacher in praise. Every line's a libation to the sun-soaked maze. Oakland Nights, to be more fights. We ghost in the gap and glow in plight. They talk pan-African, I'm pan-black spine. Backbone of movements with a metronome grind. Street lecture loops, got the elders nodding. Turn trauma into tempo, painting the doctrine. We ain't background, we foreground flames.
What's good, what's good? Hit that like button, we about to get into it. We about to chop up some game.
Black Americans salute the truth.
Fly with pride where the roots don't roam. Soul in my stride, built the throne from home. March like maroons with the blueprint flame. Paying black posts in
We're
the
talking about
chain to change, we bend but don't break.
ancestral code and the blockchain and how they can coincide and work together. About to get in some real high level stuff here, man, but it's gonna be good. Get them lights up. We're talking about the ancestral code and the digital blockchain. Yes, we are, and how they are one. How it's our freedom. Get that lights up, y'all. Come on. If y'all like the music, y'all know the album's coming out. Tentatively June 1st. Album's coming out. He said, gotcha, I have no idea. I'm gonna break it down. Hit that like button though. Hit that like button. Let's get to it.
Shadow band, but the light still beams. They censor the voice, but can't kill the dream. Try to cut cords, I still stream from the crest. I'm banned, I'm blocked, but I'm infinitely blessed. Raised in static, born in interference. Truth on wax, spit with perseverance. Algorithms dodge me, but I dodge defeat. Talk from the soul while they monitor speech. Canceled in code, but my code divine.
Man, I didn't
Every bar encrypted with the
spill my drink
design.
on myself.
Mic in my palm, feel the psalms in my fist. Radio silence, but I still
Y'all like the
insist.
music, y'all know where to get it at.
Gospel and grind.
Y'all hit up Too Much Moxie on all major streaming platforms. I'm about to release my album on the blockchain. I got vinyl, I got CDs if y'all want them, just for memorabilia. I know everybody stream nowadays, but if y'all want that, I got that coming. But we about to get into some high level game though. I'm banned, I'm blocked, but I'm still blessed, y'all. Come on. Yeah, music on Spotify. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 Moxie, M-O-X-I-E, Too Much Moxie. Just type that in. I got I'm this isn't on the blockchain. I mean, this isn't on Spotify yet. It's coming. This is off the new. Y'all getting exclusive on my new album that's about to drop June 1st. But my FBA only albums out there. I got a couple singles. I even got some country music for y'all, so y'all need to check it out. High level. You like real music with a real message? Come on. Lead, bro.
Say the glitch is the gospel in code. Speaking layers like the scrolls unfold. They scroll past truth, but I'm built to teach. Each stream a baptism, a digital preach. Ghost in the feed, but my spirit's.
Y'all don't forget about the FBAcoin.org. We have our own cryptocurrency. Y'all need to go check it out. Y'all need to do y'all due diligence. I'm about to start teaching classes. I'll do like a pre-class here on TikTok, but I'm gonna move it to my Discord. Those who are invited to my Discord, I'm gonna start running y'all through the blockchain 101. So y'all know what it's all about. Y'all know why the blockchain is for foundational Black Americans. It's our next power up. It's our next move. It's our next power up. It's our next move, people. So check out 𝗣𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶.org. Do your due diligence. We're in phase 1 still right now. We're just building our liquidity pool. And then once our liquidity pool is built, we're launching. We are launching. We're doing 2 things actually. We're building our liquidity pool and we're building our DAO governance. We're going to have 8 to 10 people are going to govern this coin. 8 to 10 people are going to govern this coin.
Bite my tongue just to get a deal, then it ain't real. If they can cancel me for truth, I ain't never been free.
Get them likes up, y'all. Get me at least to 3K, and I'll start bringing people up, and we're going to start chopping up some games.
This wealth ain't rented. It's homegrown, bloodline billionaire. I don't chase their bags. My worth's in the people, not in brand tags. If my folks don't back me, I don't want that gold. Cause alone in the system, my soul gets sold. Let the sponsors dip, I'll still stand tall. With my community's love, I can't fall. Crypto independence, I'm breaking the chain. FBA coin rising, we changing the game. Man, I build my platform on legacy, not luck. I ain't banned for bucks or adjusting the tux. See, they give you checks with invisible strings till you dance for approval like puppet kings. But I'd rather speak.
I know, man. We got 3 people in there. We gonna. They've been shadow banning me, bro. They've been shadow banning me, bro. But it is what it is. We about to get to it though.
My people, the stockholders, real wealth ain't loud.
Share the live. Share the live.
Trust, not just NFT art. Ownership from the soil, legacy from the heart. Bloodline billionaire. I don't chase their bags. My worth's in the people, not in brand tags. If my folks don't back me, I don't want that gold. Cause alone in the system, my soul gets sold. Let the sponsors dip, I still stand tall.
I didn't come on yesterday, y'all. Forgive me, man. I had to take a day off. I had to get some time for myself. I relaxed all day yesterday, so y'all forgive me. But I'm back.
Honesty earns you fans. Every coin I mint is a vote of trust. Every block I build leaves ash to dust. No boardroom can judge my skin or speech. I'm teaching kids generational reach. FBA pride, deep like coded script. Built for storms, we don't fold, we flip. I don't sell silence, I market resistance. My people, my currency, pure existence. Let them keep their stage. I build my own light. One where I speak and sleep right at night. We ain't guests at the table, we chef our own. Blockchain tables, new thrones get grown. No mask, no act, just truth to the core. With FB a coin, I don't need them no more. Bloodline billionaire, I don't chase their bags.
What's going down? What's going down? What's up? Good morning. Come on in, tap that like button. Let's get started. Tap that like button.
Communities love, I can't fall. Crypto independence, I'm breaking the chain. FBA coin rising, we changing the game. Now I'm here with no filter, no leash, no script. And every rhyme I spit, ownership equipped, no middleman. No edit, no apology. I answer the ancestors who honor me. Each coin I drop funds are future free. No tax on the soul, no fees on me. They make they clubs, but I built my land with code in hand and my people's brand. FBA coin in the wallet, pride in the pen. They can't cancel what we built from within.
Y'all want the hat? Y'all want the merch? Go to muchoart.com. muchoart.com. Get your merch, man. Get your merch. All right, we're just gonna chop it up with the family, man. You know, y'all know how it is. Shadow bans are real, so we're gonna chop it up with the few people that we have in the room. It's probably gonna get filled up as we go along, but we're gonna chop it up, man. What I want to talk about is I want to talk about our ancestral code. I want to talk about our FBA code of honor, and I want you to understand that it's deeper. You know, it's deeper than what you think. We really got to start moving in sync and moving in code. We really got to start moving codified right now. Okay. We don't have our own platform. So, you know, we got to start understanding codified language. We don't got our own platform. So we have to speak, and we need people to understand what we're talking about without having to explain ourselves. And if you get on code, you'll start picking up the lingo of how we're talking and how we're moving, so you can get locked in sync with us. Okay. Now, if you click the link in my bio under the link tree there and you scroll down a bit, there's something called the FBA Code of Honor. You guys can have that absolutely free. Just type 0 in the box where it says the dollar amount and then click I want this, and you can download the FBA Code of Honor. But I want to get y'all into a high level thinking. I want y'all to really see. I don't think before I segue into that, let me say it like this. The code is everything. The code is everything. We do not have leaders of lineages, okay? We do not have a leader of FBA, but we do have a code. The code is the leader. I want you to understand that. The code is the leader. Every time one of our greats rise, what happens to them? See, there's a terminology that's known out there called the Black Messiah. They don't want no Black Messiah. Do you understand that? And anytime we have one of our greats rise up to be just that, they lay him down. You follow me? They lay him down. They unalive him. So that's why the code is so important. See, when Yeshua HaMashiach came, when Jesus, the Jesus type, the Jesus model came, he said, I came so you can do greater things. See, we don't need a Messiah. We just need you, the people, to start doing greater things. And we need a block of people doing greater things in a collection, in a collective. You understand what I'm saying? The code is how that happens. The code is how that happens. If we are codified people and we move lock sync in code, and each one of us are doing greater things and we do it on a collective level, there's no reason we're not there. There's no way we can't be liberated. See, the code is law, and the law is the code. And that is what needs to govern us. We've already chosen as men and women. We've chosen laws and policies already to govern us as a people. We've chosen it. We understand the importance of laws, policies that govern man, social contracts. We understand that already. It's time for us to understand what the code really is and how the code is going to help us leapfrog and collapse time frames and get us what we need and what we want. Codified language, codified people. That's where we're at. That's where we're at, family. That's where we're at. I want y'all to understand that the code is self-reliance, collective uplift, integrity, lineage preservation, and future sovereignty. I'm going to start bringing people up in a minute, but I just want y'all to listen for a minute. So just hang tight, and I'll start bringing y'all up. If this gets boring, I understand. Go find y'all a channel where y'all can, find some drama or find some dance channel to find a channel that's going to entertain you. I want to feed your spirit right now, so just bear with me, okay? These are not new ideas. These are ancestral laws. Ancestral laws that we finally got a chance to enforce. See, these are things that were embedded in us and in our ancestors. Self-reliance, collective uplift, integrity, lineage preservation, future sovereignty. This is already built into our DNA. It's coded in our DNA already. We should understand this and understand this well. Even the Bible talks about the laws being written, or the code. You got to understand. You got to understand the laws being written on the hearts of man, or the code being written on the hearts of man, so that nobody is without excuse. Nobody. You don't have an excuse to not be on code. You know, it's common sense, people. It's common sense to be on code. It's taboo to be off code. It's shameful to be off code. Matter of fact, we have names for off code people. Sambos, tethers, sellouts. We have names for people who are off code. It is not good to be off code. We have names for off code people. Snitches. People who snitch are off code. Are you following me? It's in our benefit to be codified, on code, lock sync, moving like a block with our people. That's how we're going to get to the next level. I'm probably going to stay on this topic for a while because I need people to understand. When rivers merge, ancestral code, and then we add there's another layer to this code that I'm about to talk about in a minute, but I want to set this up first. We are ancestral people. There are things written and coded in our DNA that make us who we are. We got to stay on code. We got to move on in code. We got to move locks in. We have to become a block. There's no leader in the lineage, but we do have a code, and the code is the leader. Whenever a leader arises, you best believe that they're being watched by the dominant society and by governing powers. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers, principality, and wickedness in high places. You best believe it. Even in the movie Sinners, there's a certain sound that draws there's a certain purity in the music that draws demonic spirits. There's a certain purity in our music that draws certain demonic spirits. Why? Why is that? Because we carry the power. We, as a people, carry the sacred code. It's embedded in our bloodstream. It's embedded in our blood memory. It's embedded in our DNA. I want you to understand that. I want you to understand that. We are already codified people, even if we're moving off code with each other. This code is going to keep getting passed on until a generation picks it up and runs with it. It's our very survival. It's the only reason why we lasted this long. It's the only reason. This melanin, this This melanin actually is the protector of the code. Do you understand what I'm saying? Melanin it covers our very DNA. It protects the codified language. It protects the code. It protects the ancestral spirit that comes with it. Do you understand, family? I might be getting a little deep, might be getting a little spiritual, but just follow me. We're going somewhere with this. I want you to understand that we're going somewhere with this. This is high level information. This is important that we stay on code, that we understand what the code is, that we start using codified language. Because let me tell you something, I can't keep spelling it out for y'all. There's going to come a time where, where you just going to have to understand or you just going to get left out. You understand we don't have our own platform. We don't have our own platform. So you have to understand codified language. You have to be on code to understand what's really going on. You have to understand, hey, you can't be sitting there. What does this mean? What is SBA? You can't be we ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for y'all to be asking silly questions. Not stupid, but silly questions. We ain't got time for the silly questions. We got time to be about business. So the code of honor is our GPS. The code is our GPS. The code is what guides us and what moves us. The code is what moved the ancestors. There was a certain spirit of integrity that the ancestors had. And I'm talking about the ancient ones. I'm talking about the ancient of ancients now. I'm going back. I'm dealing with the past, but I'm about to take us right into the future. We had a certain being, a certain presence, a certain integrity about us that was felt. It wasn't just seen or heard, but you felt the spirit of it. You knew, you felt the conviction when we spoke. We got to get back to that. Too many of y'all just want to be on TikTok and y'all just want to run your mouth. It's time we move out of that and we just get to the integrity part. Let's get to the conviction already. Let's get to the action that follows the conviction. If you truly believe, show me. If you truly believe, show me your belief. Act out your belief. If you truly believe. It's time we adopt a belief system. Belief is everything. What is your belief system? Does it line up with the code of honor? Is it codified and in codified language? What is your belief system? We're talking about when rivers merge. We're talking about the ancestral code. And we're talking about the digital chain. I'm about to take us into the future and merge both of them. Because let me tell you like this, man. These are not new ideas. These are not new ideas. These are ancestral laws that I'm talking about. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun, y'all. So I want y'all to understand that we got to move different out here. We got to move different out here. Today, we're not going to talk about politics. We're not going to talk about problems. We're talking about principles and we're talking about power. Because when these two rivers merge, the old ways and the new codes, we become unstoppable. I want you to understand that. And I'm about to get into the new code. I know it seems like y'all getting lost, but I want y'all to rock with me. I got to set this up. I got to set this up the right way. See, what I'm telling you is we have our codified language. We have the code that's written in our DNA. We have the ancestral spirit that we impart, that is a part of everything that we do. It's in our music, undeniably. It's in our work ethic, undeniably. It's the very power and the essence that allows us to dominate within a system of that's meant to oppress us and keep us down, but we still rise to the top. It's our God-given talent that's undeniable. It's the very root of our people, of who we are. We are a magical people. We've always been a magical people. They take our words and they flip them and they make them into spells and they use it against us to bind us. But we are even more powerful than the spell, especially in today's time when we are breaking spells. We're coming out of propaganda. We're coming out of witchcraft. Our pineal gland is, as dormant as it may be, it's even in its dormant stage, it's still too powerful for them. We're wakening up. We are having an awakening. Matter of fact, the Great Reset, to me, is all about the Great Awakening. If I was to look at the Great Reset, I would say the Great Reset has nothing to do with the world starting over, but has everything to do with the mind's reawakening. Has everything to do with balance in the universe. That's what the Great Reset is really about. For some. For others, they have an agenda, of course. They have an agenda. But for the celestial beings, the ancient of ancients, but for us as foundational Black Americans, the futuristic people that we are, it's all about balance. That's all. If you think about it, that's all we've ever wanted to bring to this system. We always wanted to bring balance. We're going to say, hey, man, we're not supposed to be at the bottom. If everything was fair, F-A-I-R, fair, we would not be at the bottom. And we know that. And fairness is balance. The world is unbalanced right now. It has the wrong people, the wrong system, and the wrong mindset. It's our job as the enforcers, as the true children of Israel, as the true people of the Most High, as the true Tamarians, as the true original man and woman, the true gods and goddesses of this earth. It is our job to bring balance back. It's our job to bring a true meritocracy. It is our job to bring a moral compass and moral fiber, not just here, but to all the heavenly realms. That's our job. It's our job to bring righteousness, true righteousness, to this land. Now I'm going to start bringing some people up here in a minute. Give me 1 second. I just want to set it up. What I'm talking about is we need the blockchain, people. Like, well, where did that come from? See, I don't think anybody understands blockchain technology better than I understand it. We have a way, blockchain technology is the next code, the futuristic code. It goes from taking the words written in our hearts and putting them down, taking the laws that were written in our hearts and taking them down and putting them, infusing it with the technology, decentralizing it, and man, taking us to the next level. Decentralized codification. I want y'all to understand. I don't think anybody understands the blockchain like I understand. I'm gonna just be honest with you. There's nobody probably on this planet, very few people, that really have an understanding of what blockchain technology is and how it's supposed to be used in a righteous manner and how righteous it already is in essence. There's no lie on the blockchain. There's no lie. There's no lie. It's decentralized. There's no one power that can control it. No sweet talking, no pastor that can come in and pimp out the congregation. There's none of that. There's only smart contracts, smart codes, and it says you do this, this, and this, and you get this. In essence, it's clean. What if we could take our FBA code of honor and fuse that with the future, which is the blockchain technology? Might lose a couple people, but this game is real, y'all. What if we can fuse it with the blockchain? Fuse it with the decentralized ledger. Fuse it with smart contracts. There's consequences for being off code. You don't get to plug into the system. But there's rewards for if you stay on code. You stay codified with your people. You're righteous. There's consequences if you don't follow the code. The code is the leader. That's what I want to talk about. It's not just principles written in blood, but written in code, flowing like water, unstoppable. Bruce Lee said, be like water. Be like water. Our ancestral code downloaded onto the blockchain, and we become unstoppable. We can have balance in the earth again. We can have balance in our community again. I want you to understand that blockchain technology, nobody really knows where it came from. Did y'all know that? Nobody really knows. I mean, it's credited to some guy coming out of Japan, but he disappeared mysteriously. He disappeared mysteriously. But nobody truly really understands. They have an understanding of what the blockchain is. But do they really understand all of it in its power and what it can really do for a society and a group of people, and especially a lineage? We move on code and we operate on code. When rivers merge ancestral code with the digital chain, with the actual blockchain technology, we're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. I just want you to understand that we are unstoppable. I know this ain't the usual talk, but I gotta have the conversation with. I gotta bring us to the level. I gotta bring us to high level thinking real quick. I got to bring us to high level thinking real quick, because nobody really understands the blockchain like nobody really can see what I see. And so I have to do my best to paint the picture to y'all so y'all really understand. What if we're able to take our code of honor and put it on the blockchain and create a system of rewards and consequences behind it? Everybody opt in. We opt in that this is what it is. This is the leader. And all we got to do is focus on each one of us is just being great. Do greater things. That's all you got to focus on. In the Bible, when Jesus came, he said, I came so you can do greater things. He said, you are God. I don't think anybody understood that. That's a radical message. That's radical messaging right there. He said, you are God. There are many gods. When you get on code, when you follow the code, when you start performing the duties of righteousness, you become God on earth. When you obey the code, you are the closest thing that anyone is going to see. You're the closest they're ever going to be to the Most High. Yeah, I'm clean shaven today, brother. Clean shaven. But now imagine if because we have a timeline with just within technology and where we're at. We went from analog technology, which was the old rotary phone and the phone lines and all this stuff like that took time. Then we went to digital, which is the internet, which birthed AI and many other things. And now we have the blockchain, which is decentralized. Imagine having a decentralized government. Imagine having a decentralized people. Imagine our lineage being decentralized. Imagine having decentralized banking in the palm of your hand. See, we understand centralized everything, centralized banking, centralized governments. We understand those things. But do we understand what decentralization? If we want true freedom, see, the system has you bound. The system has you enslaved. Decentralization is how you come up out of that. So you can go to the bank tomorrow and try to pull out $100,000, and you know what the bank's going to tell you? I'm sorry, sir, we don't have that money on hand. You're going to have to come back in 2-3 weeks or however many days it takes for us to get that money to you. We have to print it and then we have to give it to you because we don't really have that money on hand. And you're just one person. But imagine if 1 million people went to their bank and said, I need 100,000. The banks would collapse because they don't have that money on hand. They don't have that money on hand because it's a Ponzi scheme being ran with your money right now. The rich are getting richer. They're taking your money and they're keeping your money and they're giving you credit. But in a decentralized banking system, none of that goes on. None of that goes on. Everything is real. You put in 100,000, you get your money back. If there's some interest on that, you get your money back with interest. It's there. It never leaves. Everything is counted. Everything is collected and counted for. What I'm talking about is what if we can merge the codification and foundation of Black Americans and merge it with the blockchain? What if our money can be decentralized? Our very banking decentralized. Our very code of conduct can be decentralized. Decentralization is our freedom. It's our freedom. We're going to talk about many things today, especially when I open up the panel. People are going to try to take it in many different directions. But I want you to understand that the code is everything. And when we put our code on the blockchain technology and we merge the two, we have true independence. We have true freedom. And if anything, that's what I'm trying to do for our people. Smart contracts, smart codes, that's the answer that we've been looking for. That's the answer we've been looking for. That's how we're going to leapfrog collapse time frames and get not just get generational wealth, but govern our generational wealth, where it's in our hands now. Nobody else can cut the faucet off when they feel like it because they're jealous. We can retain our magic that we bring if we infuse it with the blockchain. That's what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm speaking somewhat in code. Those who have ears to hear, you guys, you're picking up what I'm saying. Those who are confused, you're just gonna have to stay confused for a little bit, because if you don't know, you just don't know. Go find out. Go get the information. Do your due diligence on blockchain technology and what it is. I'm actually going to start teaching courses on blockchain technology so people start understanding what it truly is. It's an advanced ledger that's decentralized. It's amazing. It's the greatest thing that the gods could have given us. It's the greatest. And if we fully understand how to use it, we can take back our power. We start bringing up some people. Let's bring up some people. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about the ancestral code and the digital chain. It says co-host moved here during live. What is that? Okay. I'm still learning this. I'm still looking at this. I guess TikTok has some updates, man. I don't know how to get my screen big. If I knew how to get my screen big, I would. It just does that to me. Let me see here. Okay, that would just turn my camera around. Okay, I don't want to do a challenge. Okay, well, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. So, get them likes up, y'all. I'm gonna play some more music real quick. Then we're gonna get back into it. But get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. I know we only got about 5 people up in here, but let's get the likes up. I'm gonna play some music while we get these likes up. If y'all like real music with a real message, y'all know where to go. Hit me up on Spotify, Apple Music. I'm on all major streaming platforms, and we doing big things right now. So let me hit y'all with this real quick. Hit that like button.
Forget your console, brother, this that real fight. Paid the pallbearer, homie got killed twice. Put in work for my dog, now we facing life. But I'ma rise again, soldier like I'm Jesus Christ. They got ghostwriters, I pen mine in the moonlight. Chasing validation while I'm building insight. They rapping riddles, I'm speaking direct. They trying to dance around truth, I come for the neck. I hear them humble when they speak to the youth.
Hit the like,
but
hit
I'm
the like
the
button.
echo of the pain when they speak the truth. I don't need the lights, man, I just need the booth.
And if you think you fire, wait till my flame touch
They
you.
don't want the smoke, they just wanna hype. Talking like the kings, never paid the price. All my scars deep, all my rhymes tight. Earned every bar, that's that street right. Never been the cold, never played it nice. Every word I drop like a roll of dice. This for the lost ones stuck in the night. We gon' shine hard till we see the light. I've been slept on, stepped on, still I'm breathing. They take my style, remix it, call it even. I seen devils in disguise rocking gold chains. They sold souls for the deal, that's a cold game. This the sound of ambition turned weapon. Every beat I bless, leave a message in the wreckage. My hood taught me pain, my pen gave it rhythm. Now I write like the wind through a shattered prism. No gimmicks, no filters, just pure spirit. And every line that I drop got the real in it. You play for likes, I play for lives. You chase a trend, I chase the sky. They don't want the smoke, they just want to hype. Talking like the kings, never paid the price. All my scars deep, all my rhymes tight. Earned every bar, that's that street right. Never been the cold, never played it nice. Every word I drop like a roll of dice. This for the lost ones stuck in the night. We gon' shine hard till we see the light. Feel the tension in my tone when the beat knock. Used to dream of better days watching street clocks. From park benches to conference seats. Now I counsel with the guards when I craft these beats. Every verse is confession, a sermon in sections. You see me winning now, but you missed the lessons. All my losses carved knowledge in my mental. Now I breathe bars, heavy monumental. Still ride for my circle, no folding. Still keep it raw, no molding. And if I ever fall, I fall with pride. Cause I live my rhymes, never had to hide. Smoke, they just wanna hype. Talking like the kings, never paid the price. All my scars deep, all my rhymes tight. Earned every bar, that's that street right. Never been the cold, never played it nice. Every word I drop like a roll of dice. This for the lost ones stuck in the night. We gon' shine hard till we see the light.
All right. Let's get to it. We moved up a little bit. Appreciate the lights. Keep the lights coming in. We're about to get back started with the program here. But yeah, I don't think anybody understands blockchain technology like me and how we can use it and how it can be used to help our people. We need to combine our code of ethics, our code of honor, our code of conduct, and we need to infuse that with blockchain technology, and we'll become, by default, we'll bring balance, we'll bring fairness, we'll bring meritocracy back to the world. As America goes, so does the world. The reason why we're here in the belly of the beast is so we can make true change. We're already global influencers. If you are a foundational Black American, you have global influence. Your culture is copied, mimicked, cosplayed globally. You understand? Now with the blockchain, now we're unstoppable, people. We're unstoppable. It's not just about wealth. It's about generational wealth. Everything we do from here on out needs to be generational. It's not enough that a few of us become rich. It's not enough that a few of us get out of the rat race. We got to come out of it as a people. We got to come out of it as a movement, as a true testimony with power from the Most High. We are the parable, people. We are the parable. I was listening to Shedeur Sanders, man, talk, man. And he said, I'm not here to prove anybody wrong. I'm here to prove me right. I want us all to adopt that mindset. You're not here to prove them wrong. You're here to prove you right. You're not here to prove the dominant society wrong. You're here to prove the ancestral lineage is right. You're here to prove that foundational Black Americans are right. We're not here to prove them wrong. We already know that their society is backwards. We already know that this society is worldly and full of sin, full of corruption. We know it already. We're here to bring righteousness to the earth. True righteousness. We're here to show, how do I say it? We have the spirit, they do not. We have the soul, they do not. Our job is to bring righteousness, truth, true justice to the world. And the only way they're going to see it is when God's people, when we come up out of this system and we create our own system. Blockchain technology is how we're going to create our system. Blockchain technology is the system that we're going to build upon based on smart contracts and codes, which is going to build us a system where we can thrive. Do you understand what we can do with blockchain technology? I'm telling you right now, I can put all my music right now on the blockchain. And I don't got to worry about nobody taking my royalties, nobody stealing nothing, because it can't be stolen. Once you put it on the blockchain, it's fully transparent. It cannot be stolen. If you don't follow the contract to the code, you don't get the reward. Nobody can come in and usurp it. Nobody can come in and take it. Now, if you're careless, you shouldn't be careless. If you're careless and you leave your password out, your passphrase out, you forget your password. Everything has a pro and everything has a con to it. But it's just going to cause you to be more meticulous and more serious when it comes to your everyday. Blockchain is not for careless. It's for serious people. Now, when we merge our code of honor with the blockchain, I'm telling you, people, we are unstoppable. We now have a way. I remember I brought this a long time ago, and I can't wait for Tariq to bring me back up on his show one day. A long time ago, I asked him a question. I said, we need a treaty amongst Black Americans. We need a treaty and we need a code of honor. And he said, we don't have a military to enforce the code. What if somebody decides to break the treaty? What's the consequence? What's the consequence? We can't afford, we got 43 million of us, right? 50 million of us. And a lot of us are not really saying the same things, are we? We're not really saying the same things. There's many different people practicing the lineage of FBA, and they do it. Some people are more dogmatic about it than what it's supposed to be. I heard one guy come from Twitter and said, you guys on TikTok practice FBA weird, and then it's all these different things. But really, if we utilize the blockchain, thank you for the gift. If we utilize the blockchain, that's our way to enforce the code, people. Do you understand that the blockchain doesn't care what color you are, doesn't care? All it cares about is if you fulfilled the contract. You don't get what you want until you fulfill all of the contract. And it's fully transparent. Everybody can see what you're doing. It's not behind, there's no closed room meeting. There's nobody here, there's nobody that can sweet talk and run off with anything. The 𝗖governance is the future, y'all. We don't need one leader. We need a 𝗖 governance that governs the code. That's it. They can't change the code. They can't change the code. They can't even enforce the code. The code is enforced in the contract. But their job is just to oversee and keep the purity. Keep the purity of the code. It can operate as a think tank, a collective group that come together and solve lineage-based problems. I want y'all to do your I keep telling y'all, do your due diligence on the FBA coin. FBAcoin.org. Do your due. I'm gonna start teaching people about the blockchain. Again, I'm gonna hold little small snippets here on TikTok, but the real classes are gonna be held in the Discord. I was advised to not do it on TikTok, but to bring it to the Discord. So I'm gonna bring it on the Discord. Because we gotta get on code. We gotta really truly get on code with each other. We gotta truly get on code, and we gotta truly understand what the code is and how powerful the code is. And then we have to take that same knowledge and understanding that we have of the code and infuse it with the blockchain. And we will be a people that are we cannot be stopped at that point, people. We cannot be stopped. We cannot be stopped. I want y'all to understand that. We cannot be stopped. Give me 1 second here. The code is everything. The code is everything. Give me 1 second here. I want to talk about the FBA coin real quick, y'all. And what makes our cryptocurrency that we have right now different from everything else. See, this isn't a casino chip. It's a contract backed by our culture. That's number one. You know about Wyckoff distribution and accumulation? Never heard of that. I'll have to do some research on that. I've never heard of Wyckoff distribution and accumulation. Every transaction it answers to a code of honor. Every proposal must pass the pillars. It doesn't matter how much money you got. If your plan don't uplift the community, it gets rejected. The system that's bigger than any meme coin or influencer coin out there. This FBA coin is not a meme. I want to stress it. It's not a meme coin. It's a utility token. It actually does things for our people. The reason why we have access to the blockchain, the reason why we're using the blockchain is because that's where everything is protected. That's where everything is protected. That's where everything is secure. That's where we know nobody can come in and just change what we're doing. This thing is going to work as a decentralized bank. It's going to work as a decentralized think tank. You put your money in and you know it's secure. You know it's secure. You know when you go back to it, it's going to be there for you. It's not like a bank. It's not going to tell you we ran out of money or we don't have any money and you got to wait 3 weeks to get to pull it. No, if you want to pull out all of it, you can pull out all of it. You want to pull out some of it, you can pull out some of it. It's going to be there. The integrity is intact. We need a system that has integrity built in. Blockchain technology is that system. We need a system where integrity is in the governance. That is also the blockchain technology. We need a ledger that integrity is intact. No one can come in and say, this ain't your house. No one can scribble or erase your name out and put in their name. No one can take your property. No one can touch your things without your permission. That's what the blockchain What's up, fam? What's up, fam? I haven't seen you in a long time, brother. Good. Glad you made it to the broadcast. Yeah, man, nobody can touch it. If we infuse our code of honor with the blockchain, we become unstoppable, people. That's all I'm trying to. If that's any message I got, if that was like, if that was my purpose, if that was my only purpose, I want to tell you that's what I want. That's what I want y'all to understand. That we as a people, we as foundational Black Americans, we need the blockchain, and the blockchain needs us. And the blockchain needs us. No one has this. No one understands the blockchain like I understand it. The DAO governance, that's the future. Decentralized banking, that's the future. Decentralized ledger, that's the future. Full codification, not half codification, but full codification, that's the future. Righteousness in spirit and righteousness in technology, that's the future. When rivers merge, ancestral code and the blockchain, I want y'all to understand that. The ancestors are speaking to us. I like I said, we don't know how. We don't listen. Go Google it. Where did the blockchain come from? I'm telling you, it was a gift. It was a gift from the gods. I'm gonna just say it like that. Blockchain is a gift from the gods. I'm telling you, we have a coin. We have our own cryptocurrency. It's already verified, people. The code is verified and it's on the blockchain right now. We just haven't launched it for the public. We're in phase 1 of the liquidity pool. We're in phase 1. Phase 2. Phase 1 is where we build the liquidity pool, and we're looking for the right people to govern this technology and this coin. Phase 2 is we open it up to the public, and people just, We start adopting it into our everyday lives. We start getting businesses to adopt the coin. We start utilizing the coin, or beginning to understand the coin and utilizing it in our day-to-day. Start purchasing things, buying small things. It's not for everything, but just, you're going to start out small, but eventually we're going to use this coin as a day-to-day. And every time we spend the coin, money goes back into the Black community. Every time we save the coin, we're building wealth in the Black community. So it's a win-win situation. Money is being recycled back into the community that it belongs to. That's what the FBA coin's job is, to keep money flowing, circulating in our community. There's no other coin like that. There's no other coin that can claim to do that. But we have one that does. We have the most unique coin on the planet Earth, and I need everybody to do their due diligence. I'm going to start teaching the class on the blockchain so you guys start understanding what it is and understanding what a smart contract is, and how it's going to truly liberate us. You want to get out from up under this dominant society? You want to stop being shadow banned? Stop being canceled? Well, this is where we got to go, people. We got to go to the blockchain. If you put it on the blockchain, nobody can cancel you. All my music, you're going to start seeing. I'm probably within the next month or so, if not sooner. You're going to see I'm going to start telling you, hey, if you want to get my album and buy it, go here on the blockchain. And I'm probably only going to sell my album, and I'm putting like 16 tracks on this thing. All of it is game. Y'all heard a little bit of it. 16 tracks, maybe even a bonus track. And I'm going to sell it on the blockchain for like $5. $5. I'm not even going to do the traditional 10, 20 or whatever, $1 or so. You want the whole album? Get it on the blockchain, $5. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I'm also coming out with vinyl and CDs for those who want something just to put into their house. But we're keeping everything on the blockchain, man. Blockchain, I don't got to worry about my royalties being messed up. None of that. It's all coming to me. And I keep telling y'all, man, and this is my honest to God truth. If y'all don't support me, I don't deserve, if I don't want to be rich if my people don't support me. I don't want to be wealthy if my people don't support me. I don't want to be wealthy. I don't want to make money in the dominant society, because I know what comes with the dominant society. They take your very soul from you. You're allowed to make money in their system, but their system crushes you at the end. Look at Prince, look at MJ, look at Sam Cooke. Look at the R. Kellys and the Diddy's. You get trapped up. They got to get you drugged out on ecstasy, doing weird things. You become a weirdo in their system. You become something you never wanted to be in their system. Shout out to Dr. No Job. You become something. What's up? What's good? What's good, fam? You become something you never wanted to be in their system. So I'm telling my people, we got to come out of their system and we got to build our own system. And where we can build our system is on the blockchain. That's what I'm telling our people. Shout out to you, Dr. No Job. We need to build our system on a system that has integrity built in. On a system that has righteousness built in. Meritocracy built in. Smart contracts and codification built in. Codified people on a codified platform. Match made in heaven. Do you understand that? Ancestral code, digital blockchain, match made in heaven. Righteous people, righteous technology, righteous blockchain, match made in heaven. True integrity. Imagine true integrity. Imagine a system that has true integrity. There's no redlining in blockchain, y'all. You can sell your house. Listen, I need somebody to write up a contract who is planning on selling their house, and I need you to put that contract on the blockchain. And did you know that you can say, I don't want to sell my house to, you can put, I'm gonna just throw out some examples. You don't want to sell your home to anybody who's not of the lineage. You could put that on the blockchain. And you can keep your home at least within the lineage family, or your home doesn't leave your lineage, your family. You could say this home is always going to be in somebody with my family's name on it. You could put that in the blockchain, and your house cannot be sold. It'll stay in your family. Perpetuity. Forever. Think about that. That's just a small... I probably need to come up with some better examples. Let me see if I can come up with some better examples of that, just so y'all can really understand what this is. I gotta put it in layman's terms. Give me a second here. I wrote some stuff down. I really want to put this in language that you can understand it. If I can't, forgive me. If I can't, forgive me. Hold on. Hold on. I want y'all to really understand the power of the blockchain. Get them likes up for me too, please. Get the likes up. So we going in. I'm about to give it to y'all. We going in. Yeah, but I'm glad you said that. That's one of the things I wanted to chop it up about. Yeah, man, we got to chop it up about this blockchain, man. We got to chop it up because it's the future, man. If you're not thinking in blockchain mentality, I don't know, man. We have a chance to dominate something. I'll just say it like that. We have an opportunity to dominate and create our own system where we cannot get banned. Think about this. You don't need a lawyer to tell you what's right. You don't need a lawyer to tell you what's right. Don't steal, don't lie, don't betray your own. That's the law, period. Don't steal, don't lie, don't betray your own. That's the blockchain. That's the blockchain. That's the blockchain. Unchangeable, time-stamped, and publicly verifiable. That's true transparency. That's a real handshake, y'all. That's a real handshake that says we have an agreement. The blockchain is the real agreement. And is the agreement enforced? Land protection for the culture. That's something that we can use right away. They can't gentrify the hood. They can't flip a tokenized land deed. You can't change a tokenized land. Once you put it in the blockchain, it's in the blockchain. A black family owns land. They record their ownership into an NFT deed stored on the chain. They lock the smart contract so it can only be sold or transferred within an FBA trust or co-op. Now no developer, no lawyer, no slick talking cousin can sell it from up under them. How many older couples got their ancestral home taken from them? Most of the time by their own family members. Just sold out from up under them. They didn't know what they were signing. When you put it in the blockchain, can't change it. Reparations and community trust. The FBA DAO, governed by the Code of Honor, builds a smart contract for reparations fund. We could build a smart contract for reparations fund. Only verified wallets connected to the FBA lineal history can receive distributions. Funds go out monthly, quarterly, or based on community votes. No middleman, no fraud, all on the chain. That's reparation with receipts. Coded and protected. Transparent group economics. No more where the money at. No, now the chain tells you. You create a local business co-op. Everyone contributes $50 a month into a shared wallet governed by a smart contract. Rules are clear. 50% reinvested in the co-op. 30% goes to emergency grants. 20% to education or housing help. And the blockchain shows every transaction publicly. No treasurer drama. No missing funds. The Code of Honor and the math hold everybody accountable. Imagine if we did a transparent group economics. Imagine if we said, hey man, we're going to put our money in and there's no treasurer to run off and steal the money. We can start creating trust in our community again. We can start trusting each other again because we're utilizing the blockchain. And the blockchain don't lie. And the blockchain don't steal. We take our codified message, infuse it with the integrity of the blockchain, the true integrity of the blockchain, and we can start doing business with each other again. We can write business contracts and put them on the blockchain, y'all. Digital wills and inheritance for black wealth. Aren't you tired of starting from scratch? The people that are in this room, man, God bless y'all. Y'all getting the game. Y'all are getting the game. For real. Y'all are getting the game. The people are in this room. Y'all get to get the game. Because this game isn't for everybody. It's for those who want it. So our babies don't start from scratch again. Are you tired of your children starting from scratch? Digital wills and inheritance for black wealth. We can put that on the blockchain. You put your crypto wallet, digital deeds, music rights, or brand into a smart contract. You time lock it, release it to your children when they turn 21 or hit a milestone. The court can't block it. The system can't tax it unfairly. It's automated, it's sealed, it's coded. The modern trust fund. The code of honor is the river flowing with ancestral truth. The blockchain is the current moving with precision, power, and protection. Where they merge, that's sovereignty. That's independence. That's nationhood without asking permission. It's the blockchain. The chain don't forget, the chain don't flinch, and the chain don't fold under pressure. That's why it's time for our code to lead, not just our memory. It's time to take it out of our memory, put it into the blockchain where it can be written in stone. It's better than writing in stone because somebody can come and blow the noses off the statues, but they can't remove it from the blockchain. It's time we start putting our putting our things that we want to, our history. We need to record our history in the blockchain. Our knowledge in the blockchain. Why? Because somebody can come and try to erase it. But if it's in the blockchain, it cannot be erased, people. It can't be erased. What you put in the blockchain can't be erased. That should be powerful enough. We don't want our culture erased. We need to infuse our culture into the blockchain. That's how we keep our culture from being erased. Our hip hop, our music genres, our patents, our many inventions. The blockchain is the answer. You can start patenting, copyrighting your stuff on the blockchain. Do you understand, people? I'm going to keep preaching blockchain technology, BCT, blockchain technology. It's, man, this is for our people. This is for us. As boring as it may sound, I'm going to fill a room one day with people who are going to be gung-ho about the blockchain technology. Foundational Black Americans. This is going to be, I'm going to prophesy right now. I'm going to fill a room and all I'm going to be talking about is blockchain technology. And it's going to be full of foundationals, full of foundational Black Americans who want to get in, who want to understand, who want to know, who want to really build, who want to build where nobody can listen. Every time we build something in this country, they try to co-opt it or they try to tear it down. But if we start building in the blockchain, what we build over there is indestructible. It cannot be undone. We build a bank, we build a Black Wall Street, physical Black Wall Street. What are they going to do? They're going to co-opt it. They're going to try to tear it down. But we build a Black Wall Street on the blockchain. I'm preaching to somebody's hearing me. If we build a Black Wall Street on the blockchain, it cannot be corrupted. We build a Black Wall Street on the blockchain, it cannot be corrupted, people. Blockchain technology is where it's at. When rivers merge, ancestral code and digital chain, man. This is our future. This is our future. And you know what? Listen, I don't even mind. You know, I'm used to, I remember, like I said, when I first started out, man, I was talking to myself. And I grew my channel from 0 to 10,000. And then I grew it to, and that's on YouTube. And then I started with this channel, and I started just ranting and raving. And I grew this channel from a couple hundred to it's at 20,000 right now. I get it. It's not, again, you know, it's not me chomping down on tethers. It's not, you know, I can do that. I can do that. I can put tethers in their place. But I want to talk to the, I'm sure there's educated people on TikTok. I'm sure there are intellectual people on TikTok. I want to talk to the few intellectual people that are on this app and that really want to get the game. We can build our own platform. Again, how about this? We can build our own platform on the blockchain. On the blockchain. Powerful. Powerful. Let's get the likes up, people. Let's get the likes up, man. We're going to take a little small break. Take another small break. We're going to rock out to some music while we take a small break. And I'm going to let y'all hear this one. This song is about Lake Lanier. It's going to be on the album that's coming out probably, I'll say tentatively June 1st, because I'm thinking about releasing it June 15th. But I'm getting everything mixed down and mastered right now and getting everything together. But this song is about Lake Lanier. I want y'all to just listen to it. While we're listening to it, just go ahead and tap the screen, get the likes up.
This one for the land they try to drown, but the spirit rise, always rise. They buried our roots, but the seeds still talk. You can hear them in the water when the spirits walk. 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗁 echoes in the Lanier mist. Ain't no peace when the graves ain't kissed. History bleeds through a southern hymn. Confederate name, but we ain't forgetting them. This ain't just water, it's a swallow scream. It's a black dream drowned in a white regime. Came up from the red clay faucet, flames lit. 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁 thriving, black owned every brick. Chopping down progress with a noose and a lie. 3 men gone, 1,100 had to fly. Gospel cry smothered by a lynch mob shout. Torches burn churches, then the memories out. Decades whitewashed, property flipped quick. Stolen land deeds ain't a cent been split. Generations lost in that racial purge. Now they bones under boats in a tourist surge. Say it's cursed, that's ancestral pain you feel. The dead still protest, and the lake don't heal. They buried our roots, but the seeds still talk. You can hear them in the water when the spirits walk. 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁 echoes in the Lanier mist. Ain't no peace when the graves ain't kissed. History bleeds through a southern hymn. Confederate name, but we ain't forgetting them. This ain't just water, it's a swallow scream. It's a black dream drowned in a white regime. Lanier ain't just a name, it's a lie on a lie. Named for a rebel poet who watched us die. Flooded homes, sanctuaries, chalkboard halls. Truth underwater where the empire sprawls. Hydropower fueled by black erasure. White wealth risen from a black erasure. Lake ain't haunted, it's holy unrest. Ghosts ain't lost, they just waiting for justice. Every ripple of requiem each tide of tale of legacies looted and sold at white scale. Sunken school sermons drowned in silt. Memory like moss where the church is built. They buried our roots, but the seeds still talk. You can hear them in the water when the spirits walk. 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗁 echoes in the lawn near mist. Ain't no peace when the graves ain't kissed. History bleeds through a southern hymn. Confederate name, but we ain't forgetting them. This ain't just water, it's a swallow scream. It's a black dream drowned in a white regime. This the blueprint of American theft.
The likes up, get the likes up. Tap the
They all
screen.
meant death. We call it progress. We call it proof of a nation built by denying the truth. They paved us over, called it eminent domain, but that ain't development's generational pain. No plaques for the past, no checks for the strain. Yet they water ski over what remains. FBA voices be defined through the myths. True commission reparation, we want all of it. Not a monument, nah, we want what's from the lake to the lane. We reclaim what's stolen. They buried our roots, but the seeds still talk. You can hear them in the water when the spirits walk. 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗁 echoes in the land near mist. Ain't no peace when the graves ain't kissed. History bleeds through a southern hymn. Confederate name, but we ain't forgetting them. This ain't just water, it's a swallow scream. It's a black dream drowned in a white regime. Still we rise from the water, from the pain.
Just saw a Moor come up in here. You know, they got them names like Bay, B-E-Y. If you're a Moor, man, why don't you come on up here, man? I want to chop it up with a Moor, man. I want to hear that they little slick talking game that they always try to throw at us. Y'all know these Moors can't be trusted, man. They cannot be trusted. We don't trust it. We do not trust any Moorish. If you say I'm a Moor, we already know you a lie. We cannot trust a Moor. They are just here to distract you. They're here to get you off code, not on code. So we can't trust any type of Moor, anything. No, we cannot. So I wish that Moor would come back in the room. I wish. Thank you. Hit the like button. Appreciate it. I wish that Moor would come back in the room. Good morning, Wolfie. How you doing? We just chopping up, gang. I'm enjoying. I got to build through this shadow ban I'm going through right now. But it's all good. It's all good. Chopping up with the people about the ancestral code and how we need to combine that with the blockchain. If y'all understand that, man, listen, man. We have things that can be corrupted and things that can't be corrupted. Things that can be corrupted and things that can't be corrupted. What's up, Wolfie?
Nothing. How you doing? I come sit with you. The shadow band, they cannot take us.
Yeah, they can't take it. They can't take it. They can't take it. You know, so I'm out here just standing on business, man, like always, man, standing on business. I took a break. I was supposed to go on yesterday, but I took a break, man. I was so tired, man. My back was spasming, so I said, let me just take the day off and relax. Well, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Everything going.
Everything going? Okay. Okay.
So what's the topic today? Staying on code or?
Well, we're talking about the combining the ancestral code with the blockchain. You know, I don't think anybody has a true understanding of what the blockchain. I don't think anybody right now on the earth can really understand what the blockchain really is. You know, nobody really knows where it came from. I think they give credit to somebody in Japan that he invented the blockchain, but then this guy mysteriously disappears and nobody ever knows. Nobody knows where he's at, or if he's still alive, or if he's still around.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at the blockchain as a gift. It's a gift from the heavens, from the gods. because it's a fully decentralized system that's built on 100% on integrity. And I was going over the different uses that we can use the blockchain. Did you know that you can put you can use the blockchain for land protection? You can say that you can put your house and say I only want this house to be sold to the foundational Black American lineage if it has to be sold, or I want this house to stay in my family for all time, and you can put it in the blockchain. This house cannot be sold unless somebody from your family owns it. That's powerful. That's powerful. The blockchain is unchangeable, it's time-stamped, and it's publicly verified. What if we're talking about building a system for foundational Black Americans? We're talking about building a system outside of a system, building our own platform, right? Having our own. Wouldn't we want to build it with blockchain technology?
What's blockchain technology?
That's what the people.
That's one of the ones that don't know.
Blockchain technology is a decentralized ledger. It's a decentralized ledger that, again, once you write it on this ledger, it can't be changed.
Okay.
It's time stamped.
It's like block this out from this period to, you know.
And it's fully transparent. It's a system that's it's a system that's built on true integrity.
I gotta restart my computer. I'm listening.
Nobody can come in and change nothing. Once you set it in stone, once you write it in the contract cannot. There's no back channel that can come in and change the contract on you. Because once you write that contract, it has a timestamp on it. It said this contract was written on this date at this exact time. It's actually a better way to copyright, right? It's actually a more secure patent, because somebody can go down to the patent office and say that's not your patent because they can take it out, right? They can just write it out the patent office, right? But the blockchain, once you put your
has that been done?
Has that been? Oh yeah, it's been done. Oh yeah, it's been done.
What about is this blockchain protecting us from other countries taking or stealing? No.
Of course it can.
I'm thinking about China. I'm thinking about China. Yeah, how they was like, oh, y'all want to start this? We're just gonna start selling your inventions patterns to other countries.
Right.
You remember China?
Yeah, you can't do that on the blockchain. No. Unless you meet every requirement.
Trying to educate that.
Unless you meet every requirement on the blockchain, you can't even touch it. You can't even touch it. You can't even touch it. It's like
hey, come.
You can't touch it. It's like I described it as the Bible talks about laws, the laws being written on the hearts of men. The blockchain is like the laws being written on the hearts of men, but now it's like the laws being written in the blockchain. It goes hand in hand. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Is Ron, are you trying to come up here, man? Or are you tapping the screen, man? Let me
tapping the screen. Tapping the screen.
You never come up here, Ron. I'm gonna bring you up here anyway.
But he's a great supporter. Do taps.
Man, this brother, Ron, you trying to come up on the screen, Ron?
I'm tapping.
Hey,
I'm tapping by mistake. How y'all doing?
Finally, we hear your voice. I feel jealous. I be having to speak for Ron. Ron is cool. He's a supporter.
Man, Ron is always in all these lives, man, boosting us, man. We appreciate you, brother.
And thank you for sharing lives with me, Ron. I really appreciate it.
Oh, that's no
You
problem.
you are noticed.
Shout out to you, Ron. You want me to leave you up or you want me to drop you back down, brother?
You can drop it back down.
I'll drop you back down.
Thank you.
No
Ron,
problem.
you the man, brother. You the man. Everybody go follow Ron. If you're not following Ron, shame on you. If you want your live to be built and your live to be popping, you need a Ron in your live, man. I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, man, I'm trying to get our people to
He's a
really
great mod too. He one of my
a
mods.
great mod. He's one of my mods. Yeah, great mod. You want Ron to be a mod for your room, I'm
He
telling
be like, first warning.
you.
He be like, first warning. I'm like, yes, I like that. He give them warnings. I
Look at that.
like
Everybody like, I'm glad to hear Ron's voice, man. Like
I
Ron,
know.
you like the oracle out here, man. Like, is that really Ron? Is that really him?
Yeah. Now we know how he sound.
Shout out to Ron, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. So y'all heard it first in my live. If y'all ain't heard Ron speak, y'all heard it first in this live right now. Ron spoke.
He normally would type it was an accident and he never speak.
Shout out to Ron, man. I love that dude, man. But yeah, man, the blockchain is our ancestral code written. Okay, let me try to explain it like this.
Hey, time.
Let me try to explain it like this. The blockchain is our culture never being erased.
Mm-hmm.
See, they can blow off the noses of pyramids. They can build on top of pyramids. They can destroy statues. But what you put in the blockchain cannot be destroyed. What if we put our culture, our documentaries, our history in the blockchain? How are they going to destroy it? They can't. They can't. That's the beauty about the blockchain. What you put in the blockchain cannot be destroyed. Come on up here, Time. I'll bring you up here. Start bringing people up. If y'all want to come up, man, this is the time to come up, man. Let's get some game. Let's ask some questions.
You know what I want y'all. I don't do lives. I would do them, but I think y'all are great hosts. We need to start. What somebody needs to do is tell the people to prove our lineage. If they say we African and we come from Africa, to prove it. And we're not talking about no books. I want to see a genealogy. I want to see court documents from the 1700s, the 1800s, with African written in there, like the word African. And then just like they have for the Ellis Islands people, they got documents for everybody else. But for ours, everything lost. So I want them to start proving who we are. Like they have to prove. If you say we African, prove that I'm an African.
Well, they won't be able to prove that. They might get as close to proving African ancestry, but that's about it. They can't prove that we African. But and then they go African ancestry. Everybody got African ancestry if we want to go there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They okay. If Africa theory is what they saying, that means Chinese is Africans, Europeans are Africans, Australians are everybody African. Yeah, am I correct?
Correct.
So why come the Black American people is the only one they targeting? Like we the only people on this whole planet. They forcing us to be Africans. And mind you, I'm not saying that some of us are not have African descent, but why come us? Why they not going after the Brazilians? Why they not going after the Australians? Why they not going after the Chinese, the Mexicans? So what I'm saying is have the same smoke that you have for us, for everybody else. Just prove us wrong.
You know what it really, this is an easy answer, man. It's jealousy. We are the face of Black globally, and they don't like that. They're mad because they're not the face of Black globally. That's really what they're mad at. We are the face of Black globally. When people think of Black, They don't think of Africa. They think Africa as African, but they don't think of it as black culture. We are the culture. We are when you look when you're talking about what a successful black person looks like and is, they don't look to Africa for a successful black person. They look
Mm-mm.
to America for a successful black person. We are the picture of success. We have the icons to prove it. We all we gotta do is just go down the list. Where's your Janet Jackson equivalent? Where's your Beyonce equivalent? Where's your Nat Turner equivalent? Where's your Malcolm X equivalent? Where's your Farrakhan equivalent? They don't have one. Right now, everybody's rallying behind 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘀𝗶cie as he's supposed to be the chosen one. And shout out to that brother. I pray and I hope he
How long
does.
I've been telling y'all about him?
I hope he does great things.
How long I've been telling y'all about him? Let the people in the room know how long I've been saying watch him. Watch, and y'all be like, no, 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 Africa. And I said, watch him. Y'all not doing y'all research. Y'all gonna start, before y'all stand behind any. This is what I don't understand about my community. My Black American Foundational Black American Indigenous, the melanated in America. Y'all are quick to stand behind a other before you stand behind your own brother.
Mm. And
Y'all
other
quick
before your
to
brother.
nitpick a
Mm.
Black American apart. Don't give them no grace. And I see y'all giving grace to people that y'all wouldn't even allow Black American from your own community to do. I'm confused about that. What system are we indoctrinating to? To give other people props and to put down our own? Explain it to me, because I didn't see so many people
Pan
uplift.
Africanism. That's Pan Africanism.
Captain Torre, he went door to door unaliving people and put down a Black American, General Laney, because he's serving and protecting, and he earned his position. I literally heard Black Americans say that we don't need to be put in those positions. And I can just tell that those are the very unsuccessful minds. You know? So what are we saying? We don't need to keep striving for better or to put you in the room? Or should we just sit back and let the room not be in the room and let whatever that happen without our voice? Not even one. What?
No, I feel you. Like I said, we gonna see what Ibram Troy does. We're gonna see.
I don't have no faith in him. He's a puppet. I'm more worried about Black American men and women getting the respect from their own community that they deserve, getting the grace that you would give an outsider that you don't know nothing about, that you haven't researched. People just start putting up his pictures, you know?
Right, and mostly Africans and Caribbeans are doing that. Black Americans are not really. We got some Pan Africans out there that are doing that, and they're a small group. And to me, what you're talking about, what you just described, was Pan Africans. Pan Africans always promote Africa over their own people. Pan Africans always put down their own people and uplift Africa. I'm not a Pan African. I don't think anybody on this panel is Pan African. If anything, we're Pan Black Americans. We big up the Black community and our lineage above everything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. But anybody. I mean, like I said, we're not haters either. We're not hating on 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶cie. I mean,
I
personally,
don't care. I think
all I know is what I hear. You know what I'm saying? And what I see on social media, and we know we don't. I'm not boots on ground to know anything that's going on in that country. I'm not boots on ground. I don't have people that have boots on ground that can give me intel of what's really going on. So
what
all I
we
can
have.
know is
Each
all I
day
can
that
know
goes
is
on, you'll have somebody from the Ivory Coast come up. You'll have somebody from the Fulani tribe come up and tell us how they unalive his people, they people in their own country. He did.
Okay. Okay.
So as the conversation, their voices are being heard. But like I said, my focus is my people researching our own people and moving forward with this community, not Africa.
That's right. That's right. And that's why I'm saying, man, we gotta really do our due diligence on blockchain technology. Because I'm gonna start teaching classes on blockchain, doing blockchain one-on-ones just to get our people up to speed because we have a powerful tool that we're not even using. We have a powerful tool that we don't even understand. We have a powerful tool that all we gotta do is just one day go on YouTube and just type in blockchain 101 and get the bare knowledge. You got Chat GPT and all this AI that you can just type in and say, what is the blockchain? And it can give you a 5-year-old knowledge of what the blockchain is based on the understanding of a 5-year-old so you can truly understand what it is and how you can use it. Blockchain technology, we gotta dominate that space. I think if there's any space that we need to dominate and dominate right away, it's the blockchain. I truly believe with all my if I have any message here on TikTok, I'm gonna keep telling y'all the blockchain is our answer to everything. And we just gotta start doing our due diligence on it. We have to. I'm not saying go run out and go buy a bunch of cryptocurrency, but I'm saying the technology, not the coins, not the tokens on the blockchain. I'm just talking about just the very technology that the cryptocurrency exists on, the ledger part. That's what we need to fully understand as a people. And then when we fully understand the blockchain technology and the ledger part, then we need to understand the smart contracts. Once we understand the smart contracts and what they can do for us as a people, like I said, it's only a matter of time before we start building true generational wealth that cannot be taken off the record. We need to build our Black Wall Street on the blockchain. Our new banking system, our new governance system, everything needs to be on the blockchain. Shout out to Ron. Oh, and just so y'all know, for all those who are subscribers to the channel, I've updated the stickers. So y'all check out the stickers. The stickers are phenomenal. Y'all can use them at any time. I'm even gonna put a sticker of my face on one of them, so y'all can just be, it's real cool stickers I got put up on there. I'm trying to put more time into building the platform. I'm gonna listen to our brother Adonis. Our brother Adonis told me I need to think about branding and branding my page and secure. Even though I was already thinking like that, but I was gonna leave TikTok altogether and just jump on over into Twitter. To be honest with you, I was getting so frustrated with TikTok and the shadow banning and everything going on with the platform. I was thinking about, man, I can't even speak like I want to speak. But somebody told me that TikTok was like a Clubhouse; it was toxic, and that you can lose your soul over there on TikTok or something. So I'm gonna take heed to that advice a little bit, and I'm gonna stick around on the platform a little bit longer. I done built up 20,000 over here, and we're growing. I'm gaining at least 100 followers a day minimum. So I don't want to stop that momentum, but I am a little discouraged sometimes. I do get a little discouraged sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes I get discouraged about how this platform is being ran and how they're constantly shadow banning me. And I'm sure other people have too. Y'all know. I know how
No,
many
no,
pages.
I'm finna say we all do. I have a group of people yesterday, time, and another panel member. They was educating us on the bridge, the Black European British people. And another guy came in on his backup page. Next thing you know, he making videos, keep on adding me. So many people is coming after because all I do is host. It's a part of the territory. If you're doing something good, they're gonna try to take you out. You gotta ignore the bull and keep pushing forward. You being genuine yourself. Can't nobody change you and can't nobody push that away. They, This shadow ban is nothing. Just come back tomorrow. You know, get people start liking the screen because some days I have 20, some days I have 200. You're gonna get your numbers. You know,
Right.
they
Right.
just don't know you right here. They probably in someone else's live, waiting for Wolfie.
That's it. That's it. That's it. And you know, I try to support all the black content creators because I know how tough it is, man. If y'all see me in your room, I'm always gonna try to come in there, especially if I got coins. Sometimes I'll just buy some coins, or I have my existing coins, and I just give all my coins out. So anytime somebody gifts this platform, you're really sowing into other people's platform because all I'm doing is recycling the coins that y'all give me here. And when I see other black content creators, I want to make sure I show love to them, man. I really do.
I do the
'Cause
same thing, but
I
for
know
some
it's
reason I can't do it now. It won't
Because
let
you
me.
TikTok your information and they already know where you are right now.
Right. I don't want to keep bringing more of my information.
Girl, I gave them my information. The last page had like over $100 on there. That's why I say, when it's on this last leg, y'all need to come up. I need to throw out all the gifts. You know, I need to throw out big gifts to y'all.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
work around it and I move on. You know,
That's it. That's it. So what's up, Blue Fire?
What's up? I was just on somebody else's live. They were going, you know how, the white tea people like, I don't see color nonsense, and
I was seeing you on there.
why do black people hate H us? You can't even use that word.
Why do
No,
black people hate us? That's a cop out if I've ever heard one. That's
Right. Like y'all be saying the
that's
same
easy to
thing.
tell. Let me go back over there and let them
And,
know.
and I ain't even gonna
Not even
hold
30
you.
years ago.
I ain't gonna hold you. The guy that was on that panel was like, I don't like y'all. And
I
then
was
he
in there
said
when he
that
said that.
that.
I ain't know who he was talking to. You confused me on that panel. So I was like, "Is what kind of panel?" And he was like, "I don't like y'all. I can't stand y'all. I ain't your friend." Now what happened? Why he said all that?
There was a guy that was telling the white tea people, he was like, I don't like y'all. They were so mad on that panel. Well, see, you got hate in your heart. That I don't think that man has hate in his heart. I think he's indifferent. He just don't care too much for y'all.
No, I think we know who the vampires are, and we don't want to be friends with vampires.
Right.
Let's keep it a buck, man. It's not you want. They want us all to adopt the YT supremacy mindset, and we don't want the YT supremacy mindset. We don't. We don't. We're not going to be happy adopting your mindset when we got our own. We're not going to be happy getting into your culture when we have our own culture.
Like this guy, he was white tea presenting, gonna say, if we think like black people, y'all would have been out of here. Y'all would have been wiped out. Y'all were trying to do that. Like y'all been trying to do that ever
Black
since
people here,
slavery.
black people in the
Hold
United
on.
States, or black
He
people in
said
Africa.
if we
White
think
black
like
people in the
black
United
people,
States. And
We
he's
don't
about
wipe each
racial.
other out.
hold on,
Our
hold on, hold on,
numbers
hold on,
have
hold on.
continued to grow over the years, while their
What
numbers have
black
continued to
person?
decline.
What black person has went on a mass pew pewing,
Unalive.
unaliving of YT people?
You
We
never
don't
did that.
want to. We don't want to do that to y'all.
That's disgusting.
As
If
much
y'all
as
would have
we
think
don't
like
like
us,
y'all, as much as
y'all numbers
I'll
wouldn't
say
go
some
down.
of us, as much as some of us have the right to not like y'all, I'll say it like
They
that
just
because
want to stay away from you.
I like I like some white tea people. I do. I like white.
Me
I
too.
say white tea people are nice people. I say it like that.
But I
You
ain't
know
inviting you to my cookout.
exactly. And I say bless their heart. Bless their heart.
Mexicans, you cool. You get invited. Me and the ones that I grew up with. White tea
Even
people.
I'm sorry,
Mm,
I ain't inviting none of them to the
mm.
cookout. That's just me.
listen.
I'm in Texas. Some.
I got nothing. I'm in California. I got nothing against Hispanic people, but even some of them I gotta keep
Even
at
some of them. I
because
say some.
it's prevalent in the white. It's the racism, the anti-black hatred, anti-blackness is runs deep in their family. They have a whole saying. lighten the race. You know, they do that stuff. You know, so
But they've been going against that saying. I don't know. I want to talk about how black men don't know when they say stuff like, you want to wear your hair like a white tea woman and all that. I want black men to think, who is the black woman trying to attract? Because we ain't trying to attract a white man. And who's the white woman trying to attract? Because she ain't trying to attract a white man either.
That talking point, I'm gonna be honest. When they talk about the wearing of black women wearing the weave,
Hair and all that.
that came from
But I'm
Tommy
just saying, who
Sotomayor.
are black women going after?
That came from Tommy Sotomayor. People was following him. That's where they
Who
got
is
that talking
Asian
point
women
from.
going after?
hold on, because y'all don't want me to get in this conversation. I know y'all don't want me to get in this conversation, but explain it to
No,
me.
but I just feel like picking at you, and I like how your face looked when I said it.
Explain it to me again. What y'all talking about? What y'all mean?
That's how I felt the
Tommy,
last time I was on your
Tommy,
panel, and y'all
Tommy,
started the conversation. Look, it's women here.
Tommy Sotomayor said what? I mean, what did he start?
He started the whole weave conversation. Black men didn't even used to care about black women
No, that's
wearing
never
weave.
been true. That's never. Black men has always cared about that. We just weren't.
Blue, I know how much
We
we got
just
each other
weren't
back, so I know how we can
vocal.
beat him up. Hmm.
We just weren't vocal about it. That's all. Black men for a long time have been in silence about these things, and we just kind of allowed our
Why
audience.
didn't y'all not stay in
Y'all
silence?
did.
Who told you to
So
speak?
now black men are speaking out,
Who
and
told
women
you to
are
do that?
looking at black men like, "Shut up! Why are you speaking out? You
Yes.
know, blah 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 blah." And we're like,
Dude,
"No, this is how men speak. If you want to know the true mind of a man, we'll tell
staying in
you.
the barbershop.
We'll tell you. We'll tell you."
Why
We'll
y'all
tell you.
getting out of hand?
But I don't think it was Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor is just somebody who went from radio to podcasting, and he was speaking white supremacy points,
Casey say that's a lie.
and he was being loud. Yeah,
Mm.
ain't no black man gonna believe that, Tommy. We not gonna give no tether.
He was calling it a hair hat. Tommy Sotomayor is not even a tether.
He's a tether.
You
He's a
remember Martin Lawrence
Panamanian.
called it horsehair,
That's not even his real
and
name.
he
No, hold on. Tommy Sotomayor is Panamanian. He's from Panama. He
I heard
comes
that
from
he's not.
Yes, he
That's not
is.
even not his real name.
I know that's not his real name, but he is from
I don't even know
Panama.
who y'all talking about.
He's from Panama.
You
Okay.
you don't want to know. I once
I
call him. I
probably do.
want to
You
go
know I'm
back
bad with
when we used to call
names.
him Crispy.
Yeah, crispy. That's what we call him, crispy.
Bad with names.
That's a 𝗔𝗯𝘂𝘁𝗁𝗂. He got a whole cartoon about crispy. But crispy is not a black American. He is Panamanian. That's why he talks like that. That's why he has anti-black hatred and anti-black views, because it's always a black person who's not from America who talks like that. Real black men, we don't talk like that.
But I kind of agree with Blue when it wasn't a big issue, especially when the back in the 90s, early 2000s.
Most women were wearing their back in the early '90s. Most women was wearing their natural hair. They weren't wearing
Yes,
weave
yes, yes.
all
But
that.
we did add hair in for the styles.
But let's
Just
let's but let's be honest.
for the
Y'all got
styles we
y'all
did.
got more and more extra with it as time went
That's
on.
not,
I've been
exactly
extra.
y'all. So
I've been
Nah,
wearing
so
lashes
so
since ninth
so
grade,
when,
since the early.
but hold on,
the
hold on.
lashes got
When y'all
bigger.
got extra
I've
with
been
it,
extra.
that's when black men start saying, "Hey, well, hold on,
They
enough is
always said I was extra.
enough
I
is
always wore
enough."
long lashes. I'm natural
But
now because
but
once you get older, but I
that's the
still want
best
me.
way.
I don't want the longest. But time changed. I'm wearing natural lashes. My lashes are already long, but baby, I used to wear super long,
Yeah,
extra
but we
long.
talk yeah, but we talking about in general. You talking about yourself.
I mean,
Black
my
women used to wear
Pentecostal
like what are
sisters
you
and
talking about?
aunties
Black
wore them
women
too.
used to wear. They used to be extra in the
If
90s.
you
My
go back
mama
and
wore
you look at
lashes
if you
too.
go back and you look at
Not in
any
California. Not in
Oh,
yeah,
California. Maybe not
I
like
don't
y'all was
you
doing
probably
on the
wasn't
East
wearing the
Coast or
hair.
in the
You wasn't
South.
in those. You wasn't in the beauty shops. They always been extra.
Your mamas didn't wear lashes
On the East Coast, they were extra. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
On the
it
East
had
I'm
to
Coast,
be.
saying
It
like in
had.
the 70s, they
but on
didn't
the
enhance
West
their
Coast,
Y'all
looks.
never seen the movie Babs? How they
Yeah,
wear
y'all
their hair?
never see
That's how
Foxy,
black women was
Foxy
wearing in
Brown?
the 90s.
no. See. Those movies. You got to understand. That's propaganda. That's propaganda. That's not
Not for
everybody.
some
They
people.
make you feel like that's
Nah, they
everybody.
were wearing their hair like that in the 90s with the flare
Oh
out
yeah, I got a
thing.
picture of me
Oh
with a Babs
yeah.
hairstyle. That's how we wore our
We
hair.
got we got we
They
got
was making
books
fun
on
of
that,
us,
hairstyle books.
and we didn't
Well,
care.
let
We
me tell
had
you
gold
something.
teeth.
Still got those
In
books. We
California, we
extra.
were. If anybody dressed like that, we was roasting them. I'm just being
That's
honest.
what that's what the Bath
That
movie
wasn't
was
our
doing,
style.
talking about us.
That
But
wasn't
that's
our
how we was
style.
wearing our hair. Let me show you too much. And I had a gold tooth. I was straight up
Oh,
the Bath.
I want to see this. Put this. I'm gonna put you on the
I
big
don't,
screen.
you know, I had a gold tooth, but I
Oh, I
think
didn't
it's
know that. Put this on the big screen. We got to see
Don't
this.
put me on the big
We
screen.
got to
You
see
ask
this.
me.
Put this on the big screen. We
I'm
got to see
looking for
this.
it. It's me and my sister.
Go find the Babs hair. Hold on. Let me blow this up.
And I had the gold tooth. It's on smiling with the gold. Yes.
We can't. That ain't even bad. But we can't even see the gold tooth in that picture. To
You
be
can't
honest.
see the gold, but that's real time. When you get in the car, you have to lean your head to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And you really can't tell those. That's a straight up pin curl. I mean, do you have a little pin curls on it? My sister had nothing but pin curls. I mean, down here in the South, we was over dramatic with the hairstyles, and it got bigger. That was for a little girl. I
Yeah.
was a little
Hold
girl.
on. Let me
I
blow
was
up this
like in
other
the 6th or
picture.
7th grade.
Okay.
These are black women in the 90s. We always
Okay.
been extra.
Okay. Hold
We
on.
always been extra.
Always been extra.
Okay, hold on. I see all that, right? I see all that. And brothers, let me tell you something. Brothers were not necessarily complaining about that. Now we might be complaining about y'all sleeping with your hand like this, so your hair don't mess up.
They don't
Y'all
even know how to sleep like that too much. That's old school to them. They don't even
y'all
know
used
how to
to,
wrap their hair.
y'all used to sleep like that and wrap your hair up and all that stuff. But brothers was not complaining necessarily about that. It's when y'all took it beyond that.
When we took it beyond that. When the kids took it beyond that.
Man, when
Because
y'all
Lil Kim
start,
was wearing colors, and I remember in the 90s,
we're
the
talking
girls was
about the
wearing
lace.
colorful wigs.
We're talking about the lace fronts. We're talking about the
You do know lace fronts been out ever since the 70s. They've been rocking lace fronts. It's been out for a while.
well
All you have to do is go and watch old videos.
yeah,
What y'all are showing. First of all, a lot of those are celebrities. Second of all,
These are
exactly.
A
not
lot of those was
the
celebrities.
women,
hairstyles
the
that
These
we
are
women.
not
wore. We used to
a
stay in the
lot of
Okay,
British
these
all right,
shop.
women
hold
are
on,
not
hold on.
That
celebrities.
book
They're
exists
just
because that's the
models.
hairstyles we
I'll
used to
let y'all
point to
finish.
and get.
All right, I'll let y'all
Cause,
finish. Give me 1
Cause
second.
this is
What I'm
extra.
Okay. What I'm saying
But no
is
woman
Because
was walking around
when you
like that
saw
in my
women get
neighborhood with
these
hair like that.
when
I'll
you
be
saw
honest.
women get these hairstyles, 9 times out of 10, it was for some type of uh reason. Like they was going somewhere, they was
no,
going out of town, they was doing something. On a
no,
regular basis, if you
On a
go and look
regular
at
basis,
if you go
no,
and look at regular videos, you rarely
no.
saw.
How you gonna
Yes,
tell
How
us
you
and
gonna tell?
that grew up in the
I'm a
90s? We
black
stayed in the
woman.
beauty shop every
and I'm a black
Friday.
man and I was
I'm a
I'm a
raised
black
black
woman
woman. You
and I
can't
used
tell
to
me.
do hair.
You can't tell me about our hair. We were extra.
We was every Friday.
bro,
We
I'm
would
not speaking
go out
about
of
y'all.
school and go to the beauty shop. We wouldn't leave till 5 o'clock,
okay.
6 o'clock
I
the
think
next morning.
I think a lot
Every
of that is
Friday.
anecdotal because again, I wasn't seeing all black women work doing this stuff, man. Not in the '90s.
In
Y'all
the
trying to tell
90s,
me
yes,
that
they
you
were
that y'all
doing
have
this
so
with
y'all
the
trying to say that
hairstyle.
y'all haven't noticed an increase in it. Even young girls is even more common with younger girls. It wasn't even like that in the 90s.
It wasn't.
Yes,
It
it
wasn't.
was in
No,
the
I was in
90s.
hair
It was like
magazines in the
this.
90s.
We were
So I don't know
wearing,
what you
we were
talking about.
wearing
We ta-
different
we're
color
talking about
That's my hair
hairstyles.
magazines and we're
magazine
talking about
picture.
real life.
Cause they what's the hairstyle show, black hairstyle? I forgot what they in the Marcells. Oh, we were very much
Uh-huh.
extra.
I
We
was
were
wearing
old
that
school extra.
that was like 2000 something in early 2000. That's
Okay,
my hair
okay,
flip. It cut in
okay.
layers.
Okay, let me
That's what
segue
we
to this.
did.
Let me segue to this. What do y'all think about uh mainstream media, some black people, a lot of YT people saying that that graduation was ghetto. You know what I'm talking about? Where they were
I don't care
dancing,
what they think.
turning up, and doing all that. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that's our part of our culture and us celebrating ourselves and us just excited for the future, or do you think, hey, that's ghetto? They should just walk across the stage and not do all that extra stuff.
That's
What?
Louisiana culture. They've been doing stuff like
I
that for
mean,
years.
I don't think it's
I'm the loud
Louisiana
auntie.
culture. I think it's black culture. But I think with everything, like, bro, that's just how we are. Like,
We're
whenever
not
you got a
changing.
graduation, we get loud. Now, do some people go overboard? Absolutely. I've seen like parents like do crazy stuff and draw attention to themselves at their kids' graduation. I've seen that. But the video that I saw, I mean, it just looked like normal. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just how we do when we celebrate. I had no problem with all the kids getting together and dancing and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they I don't see what the problem was. But of course, like I've been telling people, white people and black people are not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like they do what they do, we do what we
You
do. I
got
don't
some black people saying that it was ghetto, but I could tell they not.
I don't
Okay,
think
that's
Some
their
black people did
culture.
say that.
but they
Some black people
whitewashed
said
though.
it. Some
Mm-hmm.
black people did say that.
Everything basic said.
And it's not about being whitewashed because we've always had conservative
Mm.
black folks. We've always had the Martin
Yeah,
Luther
but
King.
they'll be in the
We've
audience
always had
stirring their nose, but it
conservative
never stopped us
Yeah,
from
but
having
if
fun.
you're a conservative black
women
person,
wear.
why are you worried about black people somewhere that you don't even live? You're not if you're not
But
part of their
It's
culture,
whatever.
not. It's
you're
not
not
that
part of their
because
culture.
it's not that because it's they have a different standard. They look at that as drawing. My dad my dad used to always be like, man, don't draw attention to yourself. Don't be loud.
Mm.
Just be normal. You don't have to be extra. My dad didn't play all that extra. My dad. If I'm talking about my dad, he would look down on stuff like that, and
Mm.
he was as blackety black power as you can get, but
Mm.
he was a conservative black man from the South. That's
I
I have both
agree.
in my
I agree with
family,
you.
right?
My pop's not like that, and that's why I'm not like that because I'm just like my dad. But though,
I'm just like my
it's
dad.
it's people in our family that's like that. You know what I'm saying? They do their thing,
The reason
and,
why
and
I
as,
the reason
as
why I
I'm
long
in
say
as
the
that
I
is
feel
middle.
like as
black.
long as you're not going overboard, like it is what it is.
The
Like
reason
me
why I
I'm
say
in
personally,
the
that is
middle.
I don't see
That is
anything
black
wrong with them celebrating
American
like that
Louisiana
because
culture because they all every celebrate everything they do they celebrate in
okay,
But
I'm
it
funerals.
is some bougie Louisiana culture that's not me. That's just
That's
some. It's
that's black Louisiana culture. Where I'm from, we don't do that. We don't
I mean,
celebrate
it's
that to
just
walk
that's
around.
the thing about it, y'all. It's not all. It's just some, and I like to go to around people like that because I'm having fun. They're enjoying life. It's if you like to sit down and be, it's a time and a place, but a graduation, that's a time to celebrate, to make a person feel important. They done all their years. They finna go into their new level in life, a new stage. I don't know.
I
And I'm
think
a
that's a
part of the
youth.
doing overboard. I'm a part of making pictures, wearing shirts, and being the loud auntie. I never seen none of my babies got mad about it. You know,
I
they
think
be
Somebody
like,
it's
my
said it
auntie
perfect.
coming.
Somebody said it
I'm the
perfectly.
person who started the electric slide and cannot dance.
In the
It's some,
comment section when people was criticizing it, somebody said in a 5 years they gonna be in 5 years they gonna call it ghetto today, but in 5 years later they gonna be doing the same thing.
but
So
I already seen them doing it in Africa at their graduation. We do it in Texas. I don't know. We celebrate like that. So when y'all kept on saying this, we do it. We loud.
and I really don't
We
care what white
country
people have to
with it.
say.
I graduated in 2003, and when everybody got done walking the stage, we all ran in the crowd, and we was all rapping Yin Yang Twins, like you know what I'm saying, screaming, dancing,
Yeah.
going out. That's what we was doing.
We do
I think
that
it's
at
a
we do
more of
it
a
at the first day in
And I'm
orientation
not
in
and I'm
college.
not
We
from
did that.
I'm not from Louisiana. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. That's just how it is.
I think it's
I'm
more
from
of
Houston.
a I think it's more of a youthful thing, like a millennial thing.
Okay.
It's how
I
they
guess we
express
the oldest
themselves.
ones because we was Josephine Johnny in the streets.
I think it's the way that the youth are expressing themselves, and I think that they have to be allowed to be. Every generation has to be allowed to be them, to take the old and fuse it with the new and bring it into the to to the current generation today. And I think we have to allow that. I think I'm like this. If it doesn't harm nobody, we gotta allow it because it's expression. Expression is free. We should not be trying to control the way people express themselves, especially if it's in a positive manner. It's not in a negative manner. They're just
They
expressing
always try to make us they always try to make it negative when
But I
it.
kind of like the both. I like both sides. I like the conservative, conservative. I like the bouge conservative or bouge ghetto,
it's
and I
called
like the
balance.
ghetto.
It's called
I
balance.
like it all because it's funny when you're looking at somebody looking at other people like, oh, I can't believe they acting like that, and it's funny to see people act like that.
Now hold on. So they were at a graduation and they turned up.
Mhm.
But would you be any different if you saw them turn up like that at a restaurant?
I'm in Houston.
You said at a restaurant?
At a
I'm in
restaurant.
Houston.
Yeah, I mean, like for me,
It depends on the restaurant.
if that's not like proper at the restaurant, yeah, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember a video. It was actually out in Texas, I believe, and it was this black dude that owned the restaurant, and they was on his couches twerking, doing all types of stuff, and he didn't like that, and I didn't like it either. I didn't think it was the time or
It
place,
was in
especially
Dallas.
if he tell y'all to not do that. You know what I'm saying? And they got an attitude with him, and he's like, bro, this not a club.
And soon his restaurant got closed down.
No,
They
it didn't.
closed this restaurant down?
No, that
This
restaurant is still
restaurant is
open.
closed down. Him and this owner went back and forth with a lawsuit. He have an owner.
No, we must be talking about two different restaurants because
You
I
talking
actually
about
followed.
that restaurant in Dallas
You
where
talking
they
about
start
turkey
twerking at a
leg?
brunch?
You
I'm
talking
talking about
about
who?
turkey leg?
Not the
Turkey
turkey
legs.
leg.
No.
No, he talking about. I ain't want to say his name. You talking about that restaurant in Dallas? They wanted it to be upscale or whatever, and those girls start twerking and bouncing to the music during the brunch, right?
I'm gonna find it on Facebook because I followed them and they were still open.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
they
I don't
both
know if it
going
was
to
in Dallas.
Houston.
I thought it was in Houston, so maybe we talking about two different things.
Here's the sad part. We'll cancel our own people. Is that
I
insane?
just said that.
Is that insane to cancel our own people?
No,
That's
I
insane.
just said we do that.
I'm not
We hard
canceling.
on our own. And this is the thing that I
That's
do like
insane.
about Houston. It's a time and it's a place. My mama always used to say, you pay for what you want.
Yeah, find
Most
that restaurant,
places,
man. I want to
if
see
you
if
want to
it's
sit
closed
down
yet.
and have that nice, you're gonna have to do a reservation. Y'all gotta get into make your reservation. Make reservation for everything. No, even those brunches that do all that bouncing and stuff, everything is reservation. It's an order, I guess. But I still don't look at the person who's the loudest in the room as the person that's the ignorant in the room because they are celebrating life. It's the same. I grew up
I
Pentecostal.
don't
It's the
think
same
there's
as
nothing
church. If a
wrong
person
with.
scream out, "Thank you, Jesus," I'm not looking at them like, "Be quiet."
Yeah, that's different. I don't think nobody's concerned about. I think you have to be. I think you have to be take account for the room and know where you're at all times.
Mhm.
I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody saying thank you, Jesus. Even if they say thank you, Jesus loudly. I don't think there's nothing wrong with
I
that. They
said
might be
church. I don't look at that person. You can go to some
right.
churches; they'll be odd.
Right, right. At church, and again, I
They're
would
different.
say take inventory of the room because you'll know what church you can do that in and what church you can't do that in. I would say again, take inventory of the room, and anybody can do that. In any room you go in, you should always take inventory of your surroundings and have awareness of what's going on, so you know how to conduct yourself. But I don't see anything wrong with someone celebrating. I don't see anything wrong with someone getting happy, excited, But excessiveness, I don't even see anybody. Like I said, nothing. I don't see anything wrong with those children what they were doing at the graduation. I applaud them. They graduated. And if they want to emote and they want to emote in that way, and everybody, it's not like it's one person doing it and they're all out of place. It's the whole dang graduating class doing it. So that was something that they coordinated together and they decided to do as a group, and it was phenomenal. I loved it. I enjoyed it. But when I see a small group of people go into an establishment and they do not take inventory of the room, and to me, twerking is a bad look on any woman in any public space at any time. Just my opinion. You don't take that to no restaurant. You don't start unless you ain't at no nightclub. You ain't at no strip joint. Just withhold that, and go there to do with that. Go there to eat and support black business. Don't try to shut your own people down because they don't like your ghetto antics.
I
I
think
don't
it's
agree
a
with
time
that.
and a place,
I
and
don't agree
some
with that.
restaurants do promote that, and it's a time and a place. And like I said, it's different cultures, different things. I won't call it ghetto because if that's the atmosphere of the brunch, and that is the atmosphere of the brunch in Houston. I don't know about if it was the atmosphere of Dallas, but that atmosphere been going on for more than a decade, more than 2 decades. Shoot, that atmosphere been going on for for a long time, brunching, and this might be new to the world because of social media, just like that dancing at that thing that y'all seen. But it don't have nothing to do with class or status. It's just a culture that's been developed over time. I hear, or in the South.
No, I hear you, but some culture is, let's just call it what. Some culture is, not all culture is
You don't
good
have to
culture.
participate. I just
Yeah.
I just don't like when we
No,
use those words ghetto
no,
like the Europeans about our own people. And it don't
right.
have nothing to
No,
do
I
with
follow you.
ghetto.
No, I follow you. I follow, but degenerate is degenerate. Every culture has degenerates in their
It's
culture.
not degenerate, it's literally about celebrating life. And different people celebrate life differently.
Yeah,
So
but but
let me
there
ask you a
still
question.
has to be
So are
some
you
type of
saying
etiquette.
twerking is celebrating life? Are you gonna go
Oh
because
yes, I am saying twerking can be a theme of
twerking
celebrating life.
twerking doesn't even come from us. Twerking comes from the Caribbean.
Twerking, absolutely. The word twerking come from New Orleans, and it's funny how y'all easily give our culture away to others because it don't come from where you're from, or it's not what y'all do when y'all dance. It absolutely twerking come from Louis. Show me what Caribbean was twerking, and I show you back in the 1930s, a Black American.
In the 1930s, they were twerking.
Yes,
Can you show me that?
yes.
Please show me the twerking in the 1930s.
I did. Twerking did come from Louisiana,
It
but
came from Louisiana.
Boy,
Okay.
mhm,
all my life I have to prove my point to
it
these
did come
No,
from
show,
people.
no, show
Louisiana.
us. I want to see
I
this. I
know,
want
But
to
I
see.
know.
twerking was
I'm looking for my
he did that in
like I say,
private
You the
settings. It
oracle.
wasn't It got
and you.
mainstream in
Oh,
two
here you go.
thousand. You the Caribbeans do like the dirty whining and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they
They
do
be
that
like,
winding yeah, right. Okay, I agree with that. They do that winding and that stuff, and that's
Can't
just
even think of her
yeah,
name.
but twerking, it was bounce, like bounce music. That's what they were doing. They were that's bounce. Like when you bounce your butt. And so,
oh
people
man,
that's on the twerking.
I know. Lizard Luke was doing all that stuff back in the day in Miami and all that stuff. Lizard Luke, Tootsie, and then they got the Tootsie Roll
Mm-mm.
and all these I'm not getting on these dances. I'm just saying that twerking as a form of celebration to me, that's
That's the thing. Y'all so quick to
that's
hear Black
that's
American
crazy.
culture, and y'all don't,
Twerking
and that
your
take
butt.
away from us sharing.
There is
When
different
people do that,
versions
I
of
don't even
it,
want to share no
different
more of the
cultures, but
culture.
they
Let
didn't
y'all
call
find
it
out the other
twerking.
way. Cause yeah, it's so much y'all don't know about Texas, and it's so much y'all don't know about
Yeah,
Louisiana.
but I got you. But I'm saying all of it. Let's be real. There's things in California. All of it's not good. It's
Yeah,
part of the
it's
culture,
not
but that don't mean it's
bad.
good.
You're not finna tell me stuff that our ancestors have done
Our
to
ancestors were
celebrate.
not twerking, celebrating. Our ancestors did not
Where
do
you think
all
the
this
word
stuff
twerking come
so
from?
we can
Okay,
twerk.
what's the Caribbean word for it?
Okay. I'm not giving it to the Caribbean. Now, if you say it's from Louisiana, look, I know you're very intelligent. You do your research. I'm going to take you at your word for it. But I'm saying our ancestors were not twerking. That's not our that's really not. That may be Louisiana culture, but that's not all black culture. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
down south culture.
It's down
I don't
south.
know. I don't mean.
Okay, you can say
I
it's
don't know
down.
about no other
You can say
culture
it's
but
down. You can say
Texas,
it's down south.
Louisiana.
You can say it's down south culture, but I'm even going to say it's not all down south culture because you had your respectable, conservative black people, which were the base of our society. That stuff was
Turkey was
that stuff is now coming into the light because of American culture and American bringing forth the degeneracy into the public light and making it mainstream. But that stuff was always done in the dark. You wasn't doing that. You wasn't twerking in front of your grandma.
Twerking was not.
I'm still not twerking in front of my grandma. I
You
still
wasn't
don't take
twerking
away
in
from the
front of your
culture.
grandma. You wasn't twerking in front of your grandma. Is what I'm saying.
All right, Sweet Wolf. You don't see you. So let me ask you this: do you believe that there's like
Grandma would tell you how
you don't think that there's
degenerate
limits to
twerking.
what should be happening and what shouldn't be happening?
Twerking was
I
not
believe
always
that
they
everything
made
that we do in this culture that y'all deem is bad, other people copy and y'all and it's deemed as good.
Okay, I'm not talking about other people. What I'm talking okay, so let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. For example, there's a little girl who's viral on TikTok right now because her mother is letting her twerk on TikTok and she's like 3.
That is not twerking, that's a line dance, and all little kids do line dances.
I'm not
Wherever you
talking
go.
about the line. I'm not talking
You
about
talking
the
about
line
Miss
dance.
Shirley. I think y'all
No,
trying to,
no.
I think this is
That's
the way
not
I
who I'm
think, and this
talking
is the
about.
way
Okay,
when I was an
he's talking
investigator.
about somebody different. You
I'm
gotta
not
let
talking about her. I'm not talking about the line dance girl. I'm talking about there's a look. I'll post a video today, but there's a little girl, and the father was right there telling the mother that that was inappropriate, and the mother was like, "Ain't nothing wrong with her popping her booty. This is a little 3-year-old."
I don't think this is
That's
the way I
degenerate.
feel.
That's degenerate. That's degenerate. You can't say
This is the way I feel.
there's a picture of a woman.
He
Hold on,
asked me how I feel, and I
hold
haven't
on.
seen the video,
Let me
but
show
this is
y'all
the
this. Let me see if I can find this picture and y'all
this
tell
is
me
the
if
way I
this is
feel. I
appropriate.
feel like I think stuff shouldn't be everything shouldn't be exposed on the internet.
I gotta download this again.
I think that I think a lot of things should be gay kept and kept in the dark. And for as that conversation, that little girl, the mother and father, I think they should have had a conversation off the internet. I think none of that should have been
She put
exposed on
it
the
on the
internet.
internet. How can they have a conversation off the internet if she decided
If
to
the
say she
father
would put
felt
it on
like
the
it was
internet?
inappropriate, the mother should never post it. It was inappropriate.
Right.
The father
But
is
she
two
posted it.
parents.
You can't.
I just
Okay.
that's all I
When
said.
can you
I
tell
don't.
a black?
I
When
never
can you
seen the
tell a woman
video.
today? When can you tell a woman today what they can and can't do? You can't.
When
A
can you tell
woman
a
trying to
man? I
do
mean, what are you
exactly.
talking
You
about?
can't tell a man what he can't do, and you can't tell a woman what they can't do. So
I
when
don't
can
know.
a
I
man
mean, that's your
tell a
experience.
woman what they can't do? You can't. That's the whole point. You
It's your
can't.
experience.
There
I can't
used to
take away
be
what your experience in
there
life.
used to be something called shame, which prevented people from doing that. But when you took away shame from the society, that's when people start doing whatever the heck they want to do. That's where we're at today. Hold on, I'm about to find this picture that I want y'all to tell me
Same people.
that I want y'all to tell me if this was
Sometimes y'all do
appropriate.
got that junk.
If this was appropriate. Okay, he changed the damn website. I'm like, I thought, did y'all see the new X icon looking all like 1980 throwback?
You cannot shame a grown person. You can either help them to see what they done was incorrect, but if they don't care, they never can care. They're not gonna care. That's the thing about. We always trying to control what another person do instead of trying to be that good person or, portray ourselves to be. You cannot.
Listen, there are
I
some
have
things.
seen so much in my lifetime. And that's why I don't sit here and box individual for my community.
Oh, here we
Because
go.
I
Look,
have
right
seen
here.
some
First thing that
most
popped up.
horrible
Boom.
things from other communities, and y'all won't even put your mouth to
Is this
say it.
appropriate? Is this appropriate for a family picture?
No, I'm gonna be honest.
No, no,
She's
no, no.
That's a
No, but
business.
because you can't shame nobody, right? This is what happens
if
when
she's
Not
shame ain't in the
shamed
picture.
about it. How can we shame her? If she don't care, how can I care?
So let me tell you why I care because this is a black family and this is optics or everything, propaganda, witchcraft. This is all part of that. This is why
Well,
it's
stop
crazy.
showing it if it's witchcraft. Stop spreading it around.
It's the image. It's the imaging. It's the imaging part that's wrong. The optics. This is a woman. To me, let me tell you what I see. I see child abuse. I see emasculation, and I see a bunch of children who are going to be raised with who are going to become emotional. This is damn. This is not good. Now she may think that this was okay. Now her kids are dressed respectable, but why
I seen
is
something
You
worse
don't
than
know nothing
that
about
years
that
ago.
lady.
I seen
why
something
is
worse
it
than
the
that, and it came from a Caribbean woman. She
You
was in her bra and panties, and with
yeah?
her 5
Man,
kids.
have you seen those Caribbean women with their children dancing on each other? Little 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds
don't know my
freaking on each other,
business.
and them saying, "Yeah, yeah." And they do
That's none of
that.
my business. I ain't
They
seen that.
they do that. They do that because they want to. They don't want. They're so afraid of their children becoming LGBTQ that they over sexualize their children. This as a family portrait. This is over sexualizing your children right here to me.
Who posted? That's I don't know.
She
Standing
posted it. She posted it. How else we get this picture? She posted it. She thought this was a cute family portrait.
well, she can't be shamed.
She can't be shamed. I agree with Sweet
Let
Willie
me
on
tell
that.
you
She can't be
something.
shamed.
Uh,
You should bring back
Tell
If
you
it's
Shank.
something.
not your way of doing it, it's not your way of doing it. I
Let
get
me,
it.
let me, no, let
But
me,
you
no, let, no,
cannot
let me tell
shame a
you.
grown person that don't think it's nothing wrong.
You
You
sure
don't know
can.
if she believe in hedonism. You don't know if that's a nudist walking. She normally nude, and that's the most clothes she gonna put on. You don't know nothing about the person. You don't. But to call her a child
That's
that's
child
wrong.
abuse. No, that's
No,
not
it's
wrong.
not.
That's right.
No,
That's
it's not.
totally what it is.
No, it's
That's right.
not.
Walking
No,
around
it's
naked
not.
in front of your child, and you're a woman, and you're walking around naked in front of your
Please,
child.
no, it's
That's
not.
child abuse.
Mm,
That's
That
child
is
abuse.
not. No, it's not.
That's child abuse.
I disagree.
And that's why that's how you create R. Kelly. That's how you create degenerates. Like they grow up like, I'm sorry, walking around. Man, let me tell you something. We had a woman on the block. We had a woman on the block. Okay, and I was like probably like 12, 13 years old. And this woman used to always come to the door in front of her children, in front of her children's company, with her robe on, with her robe exposed, half open, to where you see a little something. Now you telling me a kid going through puberty ain't trying to check? You ain't, man. We used to love going to that brother's house just to see his mom because she gonna walk around half naked in her robe and think, oh, we're just children.
Y'all was the
No.
pervs, not her.
Oh,
Y'all went
we
over
were
there
the
looking for
pervs.
something.
We
Oh
were the
my
pervs.
God.
We
You
were the
don't take
pervs
no
for a
accountability.
woman exposing
Lord,
herself. We
Lord
were children.
Jesus.
We
Lord
come
Jesus.
knock on the door and ask for the
So
son.
no one
And the
say,
mom would
ma'am.
answer the door
Okay.
half naked, and we're the pervs. The mom will walk around in front of her children's friend
You
half
said
naked,
you went over there
and we're
just
the pervs.
because you thought his mama was half
We're
naked.
the
And
pervs.
you like, that's okay.
I got it. We're the pervs. We're the pervs.
Oh no, that is not okay.
We're the pervs.
It's
It's
baby.
always
It's
the man's
not.
fault. It's never the woman. The woman's never accountable for anything, right? The woman's never. The woman can do whatever she want
You
to
went
do,
over there
but
for a
it's always
mission
the
to
man's.
just
No, no,
see
no,
a
no,
half
no. This
naked
was
woman
our
in her
friend.
home.
This was our friend. This was our friend,
You wasn't
and his
being a friend
mama.
looking at his mama.
His mom. Oh, but what you
You
don't
wasn't
know.
being a friend.
But what you don't know is this mama was taking down. This mama was taking people down.
That's her business.
Oh, that's her business to take down children. Okay, all right. You said it. I
That's her
didn't say it.
business. Did
That's
you
her
report
business.
it?
That's her business to take down
Did
children.
you
Why would
report
I
it?
record it? Why would I record it?
Then
Why
why
would I
you
record
telling
it?
me if you didn't report it?
What do you mean? Why would I want to record something like that?
Report it.
Report?
I
Oh,
would have
report it.
reported.
Report
Report
it.
it to the authorities that a grown woman is sleeping with
Uh,
children in your
let's
neighborhood.
let's just say this: the way we found out that she was sleeping with younger children was one of the parents of the child that she was doing it to reported it. Let's just say it like that.
Okay, long as she was reported.
I didn't report it, but one of the children that
But
she
you knew
was,
about it, right?
yeah, we found out because of one of the parents. We found out because one of the parents reported it. That's how we found out. And it was going on for a while. See, it's never child abuse when it happens to a man, but if it was a grown, if it was the other way around, if a man was walking around half naked, you'd have a problem with that, Wolfie, wouldn't you?
And that was that woman, but that your experience don't mean that that's the same
around
woman on that
exposing
picture.
his genitalia to small girls, you would have a problem with that. But when a woman does it to small boys, they must have liked it, and that's wrong.
No one said that.
No,
Nobody
you did
said
say
that.
that. You said that's her business, and you said we kept coming over there. Well, what happened?
No,
if
I said
women
that
kept
you
coming over
reported. I
there?
said that's her business.
What
Then you
happened
said it was
if
a
women
kid.
kept- no, what
You
happened
didn't
if
say it
women-
was a kid.
what
You said
happened
she was
if
putting it
small
down.
women- What happened if small
Did
girls
you
kept
report
knocking
it?
on the door?
It doesn't matter.
Because a handsome dad was walking around.
It
in
doesn't
boxers.
matter. No one is saying that a person, an adult,
It's
who is
child
messing with
abuse.
little kids should be in prison, point blank,
Child
period.
abuse. Period.
And if anyone knows, they
challenged
would
me and said,
report
"Did
it.
I
I
report
would
it?"
report it.
Then you challenged me and said, "Well, why didn't you report it?" Well, someone did report it because obviously I can't report something that
I don't believe the story.
You don't. So you think I made it up?
Mm.
No. No. This really happened.
Hey, I'll say this.
I believe it happened.
I'll say this. Let me
Really
say
happened.
this.
But
It-
I'm going to
growing-
say this. It doesn't
my bad.
matter if you're a man or a woman. You're not.
It
If you're
doesn't.
nasty, you're nasty.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
If
I've,
you're going to defend the woman for walking around half naked in front of her children, well, then you got to approve the man.
I don't believe the story. No, because
No,
because when I
it's true.
said
I don't
why you
gotta
didn't say
lie. I don't
nothing,
gotta
you
lie.
made the story worse and
No, I
worse
didn't.
and worse. So I went along with it.
Thank
No,
you.
I
That's
don't gotta lie. I don't gotta lie. I'm just telling you what happened on my block.
Hmm.
These are real stories. That
So
happened.
none of the parents went to go beat up the
I
woman
grew
for
up in a neighborhood. I grew up in a neighborhood where we only had two fathers. One was my dad, and one was another African dude. Those were the only fathers on my block. Every other home was single mother homes. Men were in prison. Boyfriends in and out rotation. That was the neighborhood that I grew up in. Yes, that's a real neighborhood that really happened. And my dad was the father of the block. Yes, indeed. And I had a homeboy whose mom used to come to the door half naked. And one of the kids that she was essaying, the mother reported it.
Did she go to jail?
No. She didn't go to
She
jail.
could've went to jail
She
for
moved. She moved. She ran.
How old was the boy?
We were like 12, 13, 14.
Oh, she should have been under the jail.
Yeah, we were like 12, 13, 14.
Well, the crazy thing is, a lot of men brag about sleeping with at those age. Oh, I slept with an older woman.
Of course,
I was like, did you know you were essayed?
Listen. At 16 years old, I was taking down grown women.
You were essayed.
Yes. Okay. You call it that. Yes. It's wrong.
Ain't no way a grown woman should be messing with a teenager or a preteen. That's disgusting.
Man, that's what these old aunties be doing. Y'all can't act like it's not going on.
Some men be bragging about it though.
Of course, because that's the mindset that we're taught. We're taught that man can't be essayed, man can do, but it happens all the
But
time.
y'all also are taught that boys can sleep with whoever they want to sleep with. They don't, but daughters can't.
Wrong again. Wrong is wrong. Again, like I said, the moment we add a man to the picture, that's when it becomes wrong. But the moment we add a woman to the picture, y'all make excuses like, "Oh, well, she leave her alone. She can do what she want to do. She can dress how she want to dress." But if you put, but if I show you a picture with a man half dressed and taking a family photo, y'all gonna look at that like it's weird. It's the same thing. That's all I'm trying to say. Degenerate is degenerate is degenerate. It's degenerate culture. It's degenerate people in the culture, and we should not be co-signing that at all.
But we should be teaching our young boys this that's
The same thing.
about
You know what I teach?
homosexual.
I teach sexual discipline
Because
for young boys.
Boosie having grown women, you know,
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
People bragging about that though.
That's wrong.
Like my son gonna be smashing up. Like no, you're making your son degenerate.
Same thing with the Caribbean culture and the little kids freaking on each other. That's wrong. Over sexualization of children is always wrong. I don't care if you're a mother. I don't care if you're a man. It's wrong. It's just looked at socially wrong. See, men are always going to be evil socially. We're always going to be the aggressor. We're always going to be this. We're always going to be that. But nobody understands or looks at the woman and we all think, oh, she's innocent. Believe all women. She's telling the truth. She's not going to lie. We demonize the man, but we forget that the woman is just.
I don't think Sweet Whoopi was saying believe all
at
women.
the same
Though.
time. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like when y'all saying it's okay to twerk. It's okay to twerk and celebrate, and y'all wouldn't do it in front of your grandmas. And then there was there's another video. There's a video of a Caribbean lady twerking on her grandma, or not on her grandma, on her mother, who was who was a grandma.
And her mama didn't stop her.
And her mama didn't stop her. She got up and started dancing with her. And she just put her booty all on the mama's face.
And I'm gonna say this: there is a time and a place for twerking.
There's a time and place for everything. But you're not supposed to. I mean, making that as a form of celebration to me, and that's just coming from I'm a man of standards, of principles. I practice what I preach. That's degenerate, and we just got to call it out what it is. Twerking, you twerk at the club, but don't bring that club mentality everywhere you go. That has nothing to do with culture. That has everything to do with that individual, and that person as an individual is degenerate. We just got to call it out. And if we gonna stand on truth, we got to stand on truth all the way, not some of the way, all the way. I'll tell you another story. Okay, I had another friend of mine. Now this is real. This is real close. This is one of my bestest friends. He had a lady that moved in downstairs from him. We used to wonder why this lady would always she always bring she would say her fridge is broken just so she can put her food in the upstairs fridge, and she would always spend time up in my homeboy's house with the mom. She was so nice to the mom, and she had two little girls, and she had a man that was staying with her, but then she kicked that man out. My homeboy used to go down and smash that. We were 16. Go down and smash that. And I didn't want to believe him. I was like, man, you're not. He's like, man, I am. I was like, man, I don't believe you. So one day I spent the night over there, and she did her whole routine. Can I put my stuff in your fridge? Because, my fridge don't work, and they got something going on in my house right now. Can I sleep up here with you? So she got to spend the night. I'm spending the night. She's spending the night. The mama his mom is in her room. And this dude brought her. I'm pretending like I'm asleep. Brought her down here. Did his thing. You know me, I'm a kid. I start laughing while he's doing it. I just start laughing. He starts laughing too to cover the voice. And then I heard the most lines I'll never forget. If you wasn't pregnant before, you are now. And guess what? It's not mine. That's what he said to her after he. And that was that's just how we joke. That was just, she knew he was joking, but that's what he said. He said that so he could be cool in front of me, who was supposed to be fake sleeping. And that's how I realized he was really smashing the girl downstairs. This was a grown woman. Now, is that right? Is that wrong? We know it's wrong. We know it's wrong. But because it's a man, we don't see that as wrong. That's all I'm saying. Now let it be the other way around. Man, y'all, all the women in the room be going crazy. Like, oh, that's wrong. He took advantage of her. She could be a fast woman or not. She could be fast. But it's always going to be the man's fault. So that's something that really happened. And that's how we found out. Or that's how I found out. Because he was bragging to me and I didn't believe him. So he had to prove a point. And he proved it. And I was in shock. I was in shock as a child. I couldn't believe it. But you best believe we played it off for as long as we could. I dapped that brother up and said, man, you the man. You the man.
That goes back to my point. Y'all brag about it.
Yeah. But if I tell you my true feelings, I was in shock. I could not believe what was going on. And to mask me being shocked, I just said, man, you the man. I dapped him up. Now, understand, now are women doing that? Do y'all dap each other up when she says, oh man, I got a 25-year-old boyfriend? Don't y'all do the same thing? Oh,
a 25-year-old boyfriend is different from a 16-year-old.
No. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about she's 16 and he's 25. Don't y'all dap y'all girls up? Oh, he took me shopping. He took me over here.
I never did. I never dapped anybody up that's dating a grown man.
Listen. I know, man. Listen, I grew up in California, so I know women who be like, man, my boyfriend's 25 years old, and they pick him up from school, and they buy him shoes and all that stuff, and all the girls look at her like, oh, girl, I wish I had a man like you. Is it not the same thing? It's the same thing. That's all I'm saying. It's the same thing. It goes on both sides.
Nah, that girl be called fast. That's
of course.
What we call her.
Yes, indeed. Of course we called it. Of course we called those girls fast. Of course we did.
But
we called the brothers
when I went to high school, I know girls that had babies in school, but they had babies with other teenagers.
With other teenagers, right? But still, it's still wrong too. That's still wrong too. Doesn't matter. It's underage.
Nobody celebrated that. Like, dang,
it's underage. No. I know people that let the child stay with them. These are two underage people doing what they wasn't supposed to do. One got pregnant, and next thing you know, the mom moved the boyfriend in, and they're both underage. Is that acceptable?
I know what the household I was raised in. That wouldn't fly in my household.
That wouldn't fly. Man, listen. I got into an argument with my pops, and I was 18 about bringing girls over, and he said, "Man, you can't bring girls over to my house." No. You are not bringing women over into my house. And you know what I did? I moved out. Just so I can have girls over and have them spend the night. I moved out, got my own spot. That was a big argument with me and my dad. I used to say, we're both men and I tried to run the game on my pops. And my pops was like, not in my house. It's not going down. He had standards. He had morals. If I'm really being honest, growing up with my dad, I didn't really understand him or respect him until I moved out on my own and became My own man. That's when I realized, man, my dad gave me the game. That's when I realized how special my dad was. When I moved out, my friends knew how special my dad was because they didn't have a dad. I would always try to rush my friends about the house, be like, hey man, let's go. And my dad would be talking. I'd be like, man, I heard this before, let's go. They're like, nah, man, I want to hear what your dad got to say. My dad handpicked all of my friends, and all of my friends that my dad handpicked, they're still my friends today. My dad told me who was good and who was bad. And every person my dad said was good for me turned out to be good for me. Every person my dad said was bad for me turned out to be bad for me. My dad knew how to pick my friends. He knew how to pick them for me. And he picked all my friends. And the ones that he handpicked were still friends today. We're inseparable. I could have went way further earlier had I listened to my dad and not been so hard-headed. I didn't mean to invite you up, Ron. Somebody else was coming up and they left, so cancel that invite. This is what I meant to do. I didn't mean to invite you.
Wolf, you still there?
Mm-hmm. I'm here.
Yeah, but
But no, that's what Tan wanted to hold hold a topic about dating younger. I think it's starting to be more of a thing.
Okay, let's talk about it with grown folks. It's looked down on men who date younger women, but no one
it's
says
more common
anything
with men to
about
do
women
that.
who date younger men.
The crazy thing is, it's more common for older men to date younger women. It's
Is
common.
it?
It
Is
is.
it? Or is
It's
it?
very common. It's very common.
So
I
it's
see
not
more.
common to see older women with younger men today?
It's not that it's not more common than men because men always been dating younger women. It was very common for them to do that.
Okay.
But back in the day, they were marrying like they be grown men like in their 40s marrying 14-year-olds.
That's a little too young, but okay. That's way young.
You know
So
they put an age limit what they did in the 90s.
I'm talking about 20-year-old. I'm talking about a 50-year-old man dating a 25-year-old or marrying a 25-year-old. A 60-year-old man dating a 21-year-old. That's common.
it's very common.
It's coming.
It's very common.
So
I'm not
For
gonna sit up
men.
there and pretend like it's not. It is very common for you older men to
For
date
men,
younger
because if you're
women.
doing a 25-year-old, she probably looking for somebody to take care of her.
So
The
you telling
50-year-old
me
looking
there's
for somebody to do.
So you're telling
50
me
is still young.
you're telling me there's no stigma
Hey, I want to
on.
let y'all know a 6-year-old man dating a 20-year-old woman is not normal.
Okay, why would you say 6-year-old
Anna
man?
Nicole.
One, because one is super mature. The other one's just a freshly adult. Find it kind of weird. I mean, if you're a pedophile, go ahead and say that.
Bitch, please, we holding a conversation, you little Yankee
Ron,
likes to fake to hoe.
he's a troll. He's a troll.
It is very. Y'all know you good and well. It's common. Y'all
Anna
men
Nicole.
still always preach about getting a younger girl. So what are y'all
Okay.
talking
No.
about?
I'm not saying. See, understand what I'm saying. I'm saying. So you're telling me that there's no what's the word I'm looking for? There's no shame when there's no sense of shame when men do it, even though it's been being done. You're telling me that there's no stigma that on men to not do something, to not date younger women. Like
Well,
it doesn't look odd. Like people don't say, "Oh man, that's a sugar daddy situation," or people don't put that, or people don't look at that relationship as it's love. Or let's do Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp just got in trouble with a 19-year-old YT woman. And people were telling, I told Shannon, you should have found you somebody your age. That's what you get. Right? But nobody points the finger at the auntie who's been doing it.
Who's
It
the auntie?
they get shamed.
What's her name in the
They get
industry?
shamed too. Older women dating an 18-year-old women get shamed because
Erica
it's
Badu.
weird.
Erica Badu was with a 20-year-old, and she's dang near 60.
Erica Badu had a 20-year-old.
Yeah, she had her 20-something. But she still look good for her age. Don't get it twisted.
They just like what's her name? What's that girl? Drea. She just got shamed for messing with that 21-year-old boy.
What's that girl name that played on Love and Basketball?
Yeah,
Basketball.
Andrea. Yeah, you talking about Drea. Drea.
She was shamed. They were shaming her like you a predator.
Drea got pregnant by a 21-year-old basketball player or something like that.
What's his name? Bow baby mama got shamed. That was shaming them. Like, what are y'all? Y'all are old enough to be their parent. What are you doing?
No, I don't think.
They shamed Beyonce and Jay-Z. They shamed Diddy and Cassie. They did shame them.
Right. Because they call those impressionable women, but now look, but now when we watch
it, he was impressionable. We called Cassie a gold digger back in the day because he was still messing with his baby mama.
If we paying attention to the Diddy cases right now, they
both guilty. Throw them up, both of them. Diddy shouldn't have a RICO trial.
My God, are we? I mean, I'm still waiting to hear the RICO charge on Diddy.
That's why I just said, what's the RICO charge?
Because them is all consenting adults.
What's the RICO charge?
Unless they can show some underage minors. I don't like Diddy. I will never, Diddy's a scumbag in my book. But
ain't no DRUG that's gonna make you do the things that their girl did just for his attention. That's gotta. I'm not feeling this. It cringes me. I'm under my eyes and my ears. You might not even know that.
Hold on, Wolfie. You got a fan. I gotta bring him up. You got a fan up here. Hold on.
That cringes me.
I gotta bring up your fan. Come on up, Public Enemy. I gotta bring up your fan, Wolfie.
Why you want to bring up somebody who want to change my energy?
What's going on?
He probably be blocked on my page.
I'm just trying to counteract
Bitch, get away, ho.
lady.
What are you saying about Wolfie? What are you saying about misinformation?
You
must have got blocked.
Okay, let me say something, please. I passed your live, I think 30 minutes ago. She was talking about Dr. Ibrahim Toure is murderer, he killed his people and all these things. These are all misinformation. He unaliving his people. You have no factual
right now.
You have no factual proof of what you are saying. So
really?
If you want to say yes.
Why? I mean, this is what I don't understand. Why African men so sassy and they feel like they can talk to women any kind of way? We understand that you like men, but we understand that you're not fighting for that army either.
But
please,
listen,
please untuck.
How do you want me to talk to you?
Please go untuck. Please
I don't
take
talk like
it out
a woman.
And go find your man.
So,
because
okay, listen, let me talk too much.
Mrs. Public Enemy. Mrs. Public Enemy,
this is the problem
place.
That you don't understand.
Mrs. Public Enemy, take your skirt off and go on about your way, Mrs. Public Enemy.
Okay, obviously she doesn't want to talk to you, brother. I thought
we having a whole different conversation. If you wanted something to talk about that, you could have came up earlier when you heard her.
I don't know. I know he was blocking your page or going that deep. Obviously she doesn't want to talk to you, brother. So I'm not gonna.
I told you that they've been following me around. They're stalkers. They want some attention. If you want the attention, go get the attention of your governor, not this beautiful Black American woman. Skedaddle. Not what we were saying.
Okay. All right. So we were talking about Cassie and Diddy and...
You bring them up again, I'm going to block them and you're going to have to unblock them.
I'm not bringing them up. I didn't realize... I see you really didn't want to talk to him.
I don't know him. And yes, your king did unalive people from the 𝗤𝗏𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶cie tribe in his country, went door to door. He took their leadership by force. No one voted him in. He took it. He was a coup. And that's what y'all following. People that overturn their own government. what kind of person you are.
So you
If
think that's
those
bad?
lies,
So you think that's
huh?
bad that somebody do a
I
coup?
don't care. I mean, they ain't even fighting for the people in their own country. They just looking for some kind of respect because they need relevancy. You're irrelevant. That's why I don't care to talk to them. You know, an irrelevant person would try to get your attention. Too much would like to talk to you, but you're not the type of man that I'll talk to or be attracted to. Get it together, sir. Too much. You talk to Africans, go and talk to your African brother.
I talk to all people. I talk to
You talk to
Africans.
Africans too,
I
talk to
talk
your
to
African brother.
Caribbean. I talk to every white tea people. I talk to Hispanic people. I talk to Native Americans on the reservation. I talk to all people.
I just don't understand why do they always want to argue with women,
Women.
and why do you just
And
talk to
I
the
feel like Too
men?
Much set me up for that.
No, I brought him up only because he was asking it. He was saying you saying misinformation. I brought him up so you can, you know, tell him you weren't spitting misinformation. That's why I brought him up. But when I saw that you really didn't want to speak to him, I dropped him down because you went to emasculating that man right there in front of him. I said, all right, let me bring him
He
down.
came up to what? Okay, got you.
I brought him up because he was in the comments saying something about you, Wolfie. What did I say that was wrong? Did I say something wrong?
I'm not sure.
I think the conversation got her triggered what we were talking about earlier. That's why she went silent. I think that's what I'm saying. We have to learn how to speak without getting emotional and without getting triggered. We have to learn how to have conversations that 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 are that are that can be triggering without being. We got to learn how to have these deep conversations without getting our emotions involved. Now I brought that guy up only for one thing because he said Wolfie was spreading misinformation, and I brought him up only so Wolfie can combat that, can dispel the lie. I didn't know that this dude was following her around and that he was in any of her other lives and that she had him blocked.
But he said he came up here. He can stroll past the live earlier.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he was in her live earlier
So
and
he
that she
strolled
was
past
spreading
this. He was talking
misinformation.
about your live. If that was the case, then why you didn't come up earlier to speak to her?
Yeah, I don't. I just brought him up because I saw him in the comments, and I said, "Oh, Wolfie, you got a fan in the comments. Let me bring him up so you can talk to him." And she called him Miss Public Enemy. She called him that. I don't. That's when I realized, okay, she really don't want to talk to this man. The man didn't come up. He just said that she was spreading misinformation about 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀, and then she went to.
But he been harassing her for a minute though.
So I didn't know that. So I brought him back down. I brought him down. That's all I did. I brought him down. But we got to learn. I don't get emotional. I don't get emotional over these things. I'm level headed on everything. I stand on business. I stand for truth. I stand for righteousness. I stand for good morals. That's what I stand for. I practice what I preach. I don't got no skeletons in my closet. Anybody can do research and look me up and find me, dox me. I'm not gonna feel any type of way because I stand on business. I know who I am. I know who I am. But one of the things about my life is I welcome people to come up and challenge what I got to say. I don't want an echo chamber. I welcome people to come up and it's a teaching lesson. I want people to see the mindset. Like I've had Africans come up here and you know what they'll do? They'll tell me I want to be the colonizer. They'll actually say that. We're here to take from America and we're here to be the colonizer and that's it. When YT empire go down, the African empire is going to rise and we're going to be running these things and we need to learn from our enemy. That's what they said on my live. And I want our people to hear that So they understand that these are wicked people. These are not people that we need to be trusting and we need to hang around. Now, I don't say all Africans. I don't call all Africans out, but there are specific Africans that come here with that mindset. Their mindset is to become the colonizer. That's what it is. Wolfie, she gets triggered sometimes. She'll be all right. She'll be all right. But I'm always going to say, Wolfie, don't allow yourself to be triggered off of any conversation. You don't have to agree with anything I say, but just because I don't agree with you, that shouldn't trigger you. You shouldn't come out of character, come out of your divine feminine, because I'm gonna stay in my divine masculine. I don't argue with women. I'm not sassy. I don't do that. And I tell men not to do that. You stay in your masculine frame, woman stays in her feminine frame, and we work together. It's called balance. You can't have one without the other. It's called balance. This is what the universe needs. It's called balance. Men, don't use your power against women, and women, don't use your power against men. Women, women are way more articulate than men are. You guys use words, and your words mean something, and they can hurt and they can destroy the very soul of a man. Men, our power is not in words. We use very little words. We're very direct. When we're direct, that doesn't mean we're disrespecting you. That just means that's how men speak. Women need to understand men speak very direct. Women, they're going to tell you a whole story, and they're going to tell you all the details. Men, we're just going to get right to the meat of it. That's just how we're operating, because men are designed to build and to get things done. We don't have time to tell a whole story to all our workers or people we're working with. We have a task, and we need to finish this task. So we tend to be very short, simple, and direct and to the point. And women oftentimes find that as, they don't like it. Oh, he's being mean. No, we're not being mean. We're just being direct. And I teach that. I say, women, listen, you have to learn how men speak. And men, when women speak, you have to be more patient because they are emotional. So you have to allow them to emote more than you. That's what I teach. I used to do this, man. When it comes to relationship, this is where I come from, the relationship world, the relationship coaching world. I mentor men and women, but mostly men. And I was raised by a father who was a very strict, disciplined, principled, moral man. I come from that. I never saw my dad, when he was single, sleeping with multiple women. My dad kept me far, far away from whatever he was doing when he was dealing with women. The only woman that I see my dad bring into a house, she became a stepmother. He married her proper. My dad didn't bring in multiple women running back and forth in the house. So I come from that knowledge and that understanding. So, people get emotional, man. I don't know what to do, man, when people get emotional. They get triggered off of certain words and things like that. And I just say, try not to get triggered, try not to get emotional. Seek to understand instead of build a own, jump to conclusions. But I thought that was very, I thought that was very, very, very weird that she got offended by that man. I mean, he must have said something to her in her other lives prior that I did not know about. Otherwise, I thought that was a point for her to just, swat him like a fly and stand on business. So that's what it is. Let me see here. Who is this Tim guy? Who are you talking about, Tim? Let me bring him up here. Let me see what the heck this guy is talking about. Tim, hi, come on up here, man. What are you talking about? Africans not on our level. They just want flee. Okay, I got you. Our elders wine and dance with us. Who is Honey Sweet? No, I'm asking you to come up because you said a statement earlier that I didn't understand. You said, but you say you like ugly guys yesterday. Who are you talking about? That's what I'm asking. Oh, Wolf. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe she, I don't know. I don't know why, I don't know why she would say, if she said it, I don't know if she said it. Well, I don't know why she would say she liked ugly guys. I mean, maybe that's what she like. Is there something wrong with her liking ugly guys or saying that she liked a guy? And she probably was playing. She probably wasn't serious. Probably wasn't serious. But listen, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live, but I want everybody to understand this. The few people that are in the room, and I really want to implore that you guys take a look at fbacoin.org. Do your due diligence. Understand what the blockchain is and what it can do and be for our people. We got to do everything we can to rise. We got to use every tool at our disposal to win. We have to get on code, and we got to stop allowing ourselves to be triggered. The whole game of the dominant society is to trigger us, to get us on tilt. When you get emotional, you lose. When you get emotional, you lose. Stay in your position. Stay in your role. If you're a man, don't get sassy. If you're a woman, don't become masculine. Masculinity doesn't work on men, and sassiness, femininity doesn't work on women if you're a man. Doesn't work that way. The universe needs balance. The universe needs balance. It needs a masculine frame, and it needs a feminine frame. And the job of the universe is for everything to work together. Frequency, frequency, frequency. That's where we're at. Frequency. So with that being said, man, we had a lot of, we kind of detoured from the conversation a little bit. My message was strictly on combining the power of ancestral code with the technology of the blockchain. That was my message. And I want everybody, like I said, do your due diligence. I'm going to start teaching classes a little bit on here about the blockchain for those who want to know about it. But I'm going to really start teaching that more on the Discord. So if that's something you guys are interested in and you want to learn more about blockchain, what it is and how it can benefit you and benefit our community, just hit me in the inbox. If you're a foundational Black American, I'm only working with my lineage right now. I'm not really trying to work with everybody else. You can get the free stuff here on TikTok, but the Discord is going to only be for foundational Black Americans. As long as you're FBA, you're a foundational Black American, you're of the lineage. I don't care if you're copper colored, you're indigenous Black, I I'm not too, even if you're Pan-African, as long as you're from the lineage and you want to learn about this stuff, you can you hit me up in the back channels. I'll give you the invite to the Discord, and we're gonna start chopping the game. I haven't, in the past I was using my Discord, but I haven't been using it for a while. So once we fill it up with enough people, you'll see me on the Discord more often. But we're gonna start doing classes and courses, 20-30 minute classes and courses, maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, just dealing with blockchain, just so people can get an understanding of what it is and the power of it, so we can start using it, and that we'll go from there. I'm putting together some material, some ebooks and things like that for the people that those who want to support the channel and purchase this stuff. I'm putting those things together for you guys, so you guys can do that too. If you want these hats, these shirts, I create all my own clothes. I really don't wear people's stuff. I wear my own stuff. You can get it from muchoart.com, muchoart.com. You can get all your merchandise and stuff from there. I have music on Spotify. If you like real music with a real message, hit me up on Spotify, Apple Music, all major streaming platforms. They have my music under 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀, Moxie, MOXIE, TOOMUCHMOXIE. And again, I just want to admonish the family, man. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Don't do that. Don't get triggered. Stay in your masculine frame. Stay in your feminine. Right? Be the best version of yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Have that man or woman in the mirror moment. Right? If you're a man, you shouldn't be lying anyway. Okay? The only reason why you lie is if you're afraid. If you're a fearful person, then you're gonna lie. But if you're a person who's really standing on business, who you are, who you say you are, you don't got no reason to lie. Men, stand on business. That's what you gotta do. Women, stand on business also. Stand for truth, stand for righteousness, stand for something. But stand on business. Let your yes be yes and your no mean no. With that being said, this is the Too Much Moxie podcast. I'm your humble host, Too Much. And we're out, man. Peace.